Okay, please drop Julius. Cool. Cool.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today. With my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast. And when we say feel good, we mean feel good, baby. It is Thursday, which means we're 5 to the weekend. And that's great news.
Clearly,
Yeah.
clearly. The
No, I'm in a
weekend
great
moves are
mood.
coming out. It's going to be a dynamic morning, if that's anything to go by. No, we've got an amazing morning lined up for you. So thank you so much for choosing to start your day with us. There's going to be impacts. We understand that inflation is hitting hard. Okay, but we're going to delve into those numbers and exactly how we can push back, how Gen Z are rewriting the rules of saving and spending. And then, of course, a very powerful musical collaboration between DJ Sabza and Ze Mkheba. And it is making waves, and those waves are going to come all the way to our Joburg studios.
You know what? It actually feels like summer and the weekend, so I'm in a
on.
great mood this morning. I can't wait for that musical plug. We also catch up with the stylish siblings from season 1 of My Design Rules. In case you missed it, season 2 is knocking. But for now, though, Baphelele as well as Sipe Asane, as they share their insights on the brand new season of the hit design show. And Ryle's really just doing the thing.
He's already in it, man.
Yeah.
He's out there designing. I saw him with his little notepad drawing his pictures. And no, he doesn't get to design it. You do. Well, at least a couple of very lucky duos do.
That's right.
So all the best of luck for that. But right now, we want to start a conversation. I did kind of group myself with the Gen Zs this morning, so I'm going to proudly wear that hat right now. Let's head over to the social streets and have a little conversation. I want to find out from you guys this morning. Oh, man, when it hits hard and you've got to start saving money, what's that one thing you've let go of? Let's start that conversation. Join me on the social streets, if you will.
And as Gray does that and prepares for the social media happening right now, he's going to remind you once again of that conversation. And then we're going to ask a very special someone that exact one.
All right, so we are obviously trying to save as much as we can wherever we can. And I think it's often those little things that we don't take notice of, or maybe we take for granted every day, that add up. So we want to put it to you guys this morning. With inflation being on the rise, when it comes to saving money, what is something that you've given up, that you've stopped spending on, that you don't miss at all? I know for a lot of people it starts with things like coffee, for instance. Maybe you don't need 5 cups a day, and I'm speaking to myself here. For me, and it's a bit of a health shift and a financial shift, cigarettes. When I gave that up, the immediate financial impact, when you start adding up the cents, it makes rands that make sense. So I want to hear from you guys. Please let me know what has been taken out of the equation and you don't miss it at all. 063-036-9649. That's the number to use. In fact, if you've got any great saving tips, cross-generational. I know we're focusing on the Gen Zs this morning, and you do have some amazing tips floating online. But I'd like to find out from all of you this morning, how do we save money? Give us some absolutely wonderful tips. And who knows, we might spread them with the nation. Well, speaking of spreading with the nation, we've got to catch up with what the nation has been doing. I've got some sporting headlines to get into after the news.
3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Thank you, Gray. Let's get into your national news headlines, where U.S. lawmakers have advanced a bill to review relations with South Africa, citing concern over its foreign policy. Now, the U.S.-South Africa Bilateral Relations Review Act proposes sanctions against officials linked to alleged support for Russia, China, and Hamas. The bill, introduced by Congressman Ronnie Jackson, highlights South Africa's genocide case against Israel and its ties to Palestine. Now, while the bill faces hurdles, its approval by the Foreign Affairs Committee signals growing tension. Pretoria declined to comment as it faces a possible 30% U.S. tariff. In other national news, the Ekurhuleni Metro has increased security for senior forensic auditors following the murder of Chief Auditor Mpho Mafole. Mafole was shot dead in Kempton Park while investigating a 2 billion rand power scandal. Mayor Nkosindipile Asaza says auditor safety is crucial, especially ahead of municipal financial reporting deadlines. Now, a 40-year-old man has been arrested in connection with the killing. The metro is now prioritizing protection measures as audit teams work on exposing corruption within local government structures. Now let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where Ethiopian officials have dismissed former U.S. President Donald Trump's claim that America funded the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The GERD Coordination Office says the $5 billion project, Africa's largest hydroelectric plant, was built without foreign aid. Trump's remarks were labeled as, quote, destructive and false. Ethiopia maintains that the dam was funded by government efforts and public contributions over its 14-year construction period. The dam, a national symbol of pride, has angered downstream countries, Egypt and Sudan, who fear water shortages. Meanwhile, French President, that is, Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte have filed a defamation lawsuit in the U.S. against right-wing influencer Candace Owens. Now, filed in Delaware, the suit accuses Owens of spreading false claims that Brigitte Macron was born male. The couple alleges a campaign of, quote, global humiliation to boost Owens' podcasting following. The suit seeks unspecified damages. Now, this is a rare case of a sitting world leader suing for defamation, although U.S. President Donald Trump has filed multiple defamation lawsuits. Now, the Macrons will have to prove, quote, actual malice under U.S. law. And closing up with this story where Ozzy Osbourne gave the world one last gift. And it was louder, larger, and more generous than anyone have ever imagined. It was a world record. Just weeks before his passing on Tuesday, the rock legend raised a staggering 3.3 billion rand for charity with his final concert, making it the highest grossing benefit show in history. According to Billboard, it surpassed the totals from iconic benefit concerts, the likes of George Harrison and Ravi Shankar's concert for Bangladesh in 1971, and also Sir Bob Geldof's Live Aid in 1985, marking a new milestone for charitable music events going forward. Now, while his voice is now silent, his final act roars on, a parting gift from the Prince of Darkness that lit up the entire world. I love that, and it speaks to the legacy of Ozzy Osbourne that will definitely carry for decades to come. So we leave your 6 o'clock news. Now let's get into some sporting highlights. Graham's got the latest.
Oh, I would have loved to have given that little tidbit of news to the Ozzy Osbourne of 1975. My word, what a world we live in. Well, let's continue on that positive trend right now as Rassie Erasmus has named a 37-man Springbok squad stacked with 24 World Cup winners. And that's for their rugby championship clashes up against Australia. So notable omissions include Faf de Klerk and Makazola Mapimpi. This as Erasmus balances experience with a massive surge of emerging talent. So junior box stars Barobele Tlakani and Cheswell Jooster, as well as the unbelievable try scorer Hashim Peed, will also train with the group. And that's in a move to obviously fast-track South Africa's next generations. Clearly, the under-20s put their hand up during their World Champs. Now let's turn to cricket. And India closed out day one of their fourth test on 264 for 4 at Old Trafford, but suffered a major blow as Rishabh Pant retired hurt after scoring just 37. Now, Ben Stokes led England's attack with 2 for 47, while debutant Liam Dawson struck in his comeback as well. And India trailing now 2-1 in the series, must win in Manchester to keep the series alive. Now let's get back into tennis, and a name we haven't heard for a while. Venus Williams made a winning return to singles tennis, beating Peyton Stearns 6-3, 6-4 at the DC Open. That was after 16 months out of the fold. The 45-year-old sealed her 819th career win. I had to double-check that one, and became the oldest WTA match winner since 2004. Naomi Osaka and Emma Raducanu also advancing, setting up a much-anticipated second-round showdown. We'll certainly watch that space. Like all eyes are watching the space on the roads of France. And let's join the tour once again as Jonathan Milan claimed his second win of the Tour de France in a crash-marred sprint finish to stage 17. So a massive pile-up, sadly, in wet conditions disrupted the peloton, but Milan emerged from a 10-man dash to take victory. Then the yellow jersey holder, Tadej Pogacar, he finished safely, protecting that beautiful jersey. Now, Thursday will bring a brutal mountain range featuring the feared Col de la Lozère. You can do a little research to see how many that has claimed during the tour's incredible history. But that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines again at around 7 o'clock. Let's see what the weather has in store on this Klein Vrydag.
Well, thank you, Gray. Let's get into your weather this morning, where environmental news is that the world's highest court has declared states are legally obliged to combat climate change, calling in action a, quote, wrongful act that could lead to reparations. Now, the International Court of Justice's ruling, though adversary, carries significant legal weight and could transform global climate litigation. The decision follows a UN request to clarify obligations around emissions and harm to vulnerable nations. Now, meanwhile, a yellow level 2 warning is in place for KwaZulu-Natal's north coast as disruptive rain threatens flooding, road accidents, and hazardous driving conditions on dirt roads. Now, before we wrap up your weather news, let's touch down with that sunrise view of this hour. And sent from Babalwa from Mkambati in the Eastern Cape was this gorgeous view that looks like it definitely deserves to be framed and put on a wall in the Expresso studios. Babalwa, well done on capturing a piece of art. You truly are such a pro when it comes to your camera work, and it looks absolutely gorgeous with the blurred out sun in the background and the in-focus plants there in the foreground. And listen, because of that, 25 degrees is what you can expect on your side in the Eastern Cape. I hope that you too feel like brave enough, just like Babalwa, and you can share your morning views with us on 0630369649 as we get into your temperatures for the first time.
Zanzi, I hope that you are feeling oh so good this morning. And no matter what's going to be happening on your side, I always say, no matter the weather, as long as we're together, we're going to be making sure that you feel good as you go into the rest of your day. Now, this morning, we've got a whole lot that's coming up. You heard about the delicious menu that is coming your way, but let me give you just a little bit of a taste of what you can expect in the next few. First and foremost, we are going to be jumping on into a very important conversation. I'm talking about the fact that, friend, inflation is rising again. How does this impact your wallet? Well, that's going to be coming up, a very, very good conversation that you need to hear. And then we're also going to be jumping on into yet another recipe. This one is from TikTok, and the question is, hot mess or success? It is loaded potato soup. I know I love anything potato, so I'm very excited for us to get into this. However, we're going to take a short break. We're giving you just the opportunity to go get some coffee, go and just, I don't know, use the bathroom or whatever it may be, and we'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Sorry to hit you with a barrage of questions this early, but have you ever seen the viral loaded potato soup that is taking over social media lately? A lot of people have. In fact, a lot have suggested it to us. We've been seeing it everywhere, so we thought, let's tackle it. We're going to put this internet-famous recipe to the test to find out if it's a certified success or just a hot mess. I'm hearing bubbling and sizzling. This is cool, man. Are you in for a bit of potato soup?
I love potato in every single form. Love it. Potato and eggs I eat every single day.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel you, girl. I feel you.
So
well,
I'm excited about this.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
We're going to make a whole soup, and this has obviously gone crazy online because it's relatively simple, but there is so much going on here.
Okay, I actually haven't seen the online one. Shall we take a look quick?
Yeah, if you want me to set the scene for you, if you want to understand why we have jumped on this trend,
please.
take a little look at this. It does look good. Hopefully our finished product will look the same. I feel like we should give it a round of applause. I don't know.
We
Like, yeah,
should.
well done,
It feels
TikTok.
like it
That was
deserves
really
that.
good. Albeit the calming, meditative music is quite nice to cook to as well. I think we could do with that in our studio just to calm us down. So
Yeah.
there were a couple of things that jumped off the page. Kind of leftover-y.
Yeah.
Like you're taking a lot of things that you might think, there's nothing left there, and using it. So if you've got
Step
one
it
little
up.
onion left, use it, a little bit of cheese, use it,
I
a
think
couple
she
of
used
potatoes.
about 20 garlic
Yeah, we
cloves.
used all the garlic. So you might not have leftover garlic anymore for the rest of the year because we're using all of it, but that's flavor. All right, so the first thing I noticed, we crisped our bacon.
We did. Let me
and
add
then
it to this one.
We keep the fat.
Okay, I like
Because
that.
bacon fat is delicious.
This thing is really dangerous. I'm
know.
getting spat on here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need a hazmat?
This is not working.
A little bit of, whoa, no, please don't injure yourself. I think a little bit of bacon in
I'll
our
let the
soup is
parent do
perfectly
it.
fine. Well, I also do have those labourer's hands that I've been working on over the last few weeks. Okay,
been
so this
building a
looks great. And I think a little bit of fat in there is actually not going to hurt us at
Okay,
all,
cool.
to be honest. It's
And then
just
I know
gonna
we've
add
got
flavour.
beautiful
Okay, so
ingredients too.
when I say crispy bacon, Carissa, you meant it.
I think it's going to add to the texture.
It
on
really
top
will.
of the soup, actually.
Trust me, bacon, potato, perfect flavour profile, only healthy, good fat. Let's
Agreed.
get those
All right,
onions
so
in
we've
there.
got some
Are you
onions in
safe?
here. I hope so. There we go. Okay, I got it. Onions
But it's
are
worth
going
mentioning
in.
when cooking with the children that you must always apportion duties accordingly. Now,
And you
you've
need to
got
have
to be
those
safe.
spoons where you can stand here and then cook from
Exactly,
there.
a giant ladle. Definitely not my whisk this morning. But it's a great opportunity to set those boundaries in a safe way when you're cooking because
Agreed.
You will learn little lessons. People will be burnt. I will burn myself and the kids will watch me scream in pain and they'll go, I'm not going to do that in the future. So there are lessons to be learned. Okay, so we've got the onions in. What's next?
Let's go garlic. And like we said, don't hold back on the vampire breath. We want to
Yes.
get in there with the flavor.
This
And if
is-
you see now, I hope I can hold this. Maybe just use...
I'll get you a cloth, please.
But
Not-
basically, the bottom of the pan has got all this good stuff in it that we will eventually, what do you say, descale? Deglaze.
Deglaze.
There you
And that's
go.
when you've got all those like beautiful, unctuous, tasty bits at the bottom,
You see
stuck
that?
to the bottom, that you want to get off. That's flavour, that's
Beautiful.
fat, that's joy in there. Okay, we are cruising along.
Butter.
More butter, more better.
Absolutely. And then a little bit of flavor with some black pepper.
Very nice.
And also some paprika.
Ooh, a little bit of heat. When we said loaded, you know, or when they said loaded, they meant it.
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay,
it
very
already
nice.
smells good. I would
It
just
smells
put this on a slice of bread.
It smells like we know how to cook.
It does
That's
smell
what it
like
smells
we know what we're doing. Then we're going to make our roux. So we're going to
Okay.
add some flour. Make sure we get that at the bottom. It's going to mix together. And then basically, we're going to go in with our stock.
Flavor, flavor, flavor.
On top of more flavor.
And I'm
this
assuming we
is
probably
the
went with the
deglazing.
vegetable stock, but this is where you start to see the deglazing
Yeah.
happening. And just think of all the flavor, the joy that is coming off the base of that pan. And I'm thinking you could keep this quite rustic, eh? Keep it quite chunky. I
could.
quite like and for you,
I
loving
love a
your
chunky
potato,
soup.
a little bit of potato with the crispy bits in it.
Yes.
If you wanted to go fine dining, you could blend it, I suppose.
could.
Okay, I'm going to start plating up while you put the finishing little touches
Yeah, because
there.
we have to rate it a success or a hot mess.
Okay, and we've gone super chunky for ours, just because Carissa likes potatoes so much.
I
okay?
do, and I love a chunky moment. I like it when it's thick. Okay,
And
so put
sometimes, I
that in
suppose, when
there.
you want a soup to feel like a proper meal, not like an afternoon snack,
Exactly.
load it. Make it fully loaded.
All right, I'm going to add some milk in there. Also, that's
Okay.
going to add to the creaminess of the entire soup. And what's great is that we also have some cream. So
Okay.
I'll add a little bit of cream to it here. And then, of course, you can add some cream to yours
Okay,
too.
I'm going to add a little bit of our crispy bacon.
Yeah.
Because it's just amazing.
And this is where the loaded part of it comes in.
Oh.
You're going to add some cheese, but I'm also going to add cheese in the
right.
soup itself.
Hey, who moved my
go.
cheese?
Who's got the cheese? It's not your cheese.
Yeah, excuse the fingers, but we are fully sanitized and washed. That
There
looks
we go.
absolutely
Oh, we
amazing.
forgot the potatoes, but these are parboiled, so they shouldn't take too long.
Okay, hoy them in. And there we go. We've got a gorgeous, fully loaded potato soup.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
I'm gonna give it a taste.
You give it a
Okay.
taste.
Why don't you grab
Because
a
we
spoon?
have to
You
say
can
success
some
or
to the
hot
side.
mess as well.
Okay.
I'd also add some spring onions on there.
Oh, a
and then
little
we
bit of a
see-
fresh pop and crunch.
Yep.
A bit of sour cream on top if you like.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Get a bacon bit.
Ooh.
My cheese is stringy.
The cheese is stringy. It is creamy. It is smooth. The bacon absolutely pops.
Shall we do it together?
Okay, I don't even have a paddle, man.
That's
okay,
fine.
well, let's do it. Go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
What she said.
Success!
Boom. Thankfully, you did say that. Massive success. Absolutely love it. You can find it all over TikTok, or you can find it at Expresso Show if you want Tiff's treatment on what I think is going to be a winter warmer of note. I'm going in
Absolutely.
again.
I'll eat it in summer too. For now, though, I just know that for sure Zanele wants a little bit of this. But on the screen right now, there is, of course, the QR code. Scan it. You could send right there with the camera on your phone. Zanele, though, I know you want some of this. What's happening in Joburg?
That was really good.
It's so
You're
good.
weak. Yummy.
I do, Carissa. Oh my goodness, I'm so stressed. You know how much I love potatoes. I'm going through a lot, but it's fine. You can enjoy on my behalf because I'm sitting with incredible people this morning that are going to help us when it comes to our pockets. Because my friend, if you did not know, Stats SA releasing their stats from June, it is shown that apparently the rising inflation continues. And of course, that is also owing to fuel and food mostly in all of the households around South Africa. Now, look, we want to break it down. We want to understand what's going on. Because also when it comes to the Gen Zs, as much as they face unemployment or rather even high figures of it, as well as just really struggling to really make ends meet sometimes, the Gen Zs are saving and the Gen Zs are making very smart choices when it comes to their finances. So we're here to find out how exactly are they doing that? How can we learn from them? And what exactly is going on when it comes to the rising inflation and your pocket? So we've brought along two gentlemen who are going to be helping us do just that. It is the CEO of Student Village. I'm talking about Ronan Ayres, as well as Clement Manyatela, who is from SAVC1's incredible health club. And friend, I hope you're ready for this because these guys, they've got all of the information we need. Let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Good, Zanel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Except I'm not that good because the inflation, it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot, and I want us to jump right into it. I mean, Clement, you're somebody who deals with different age groups of South Africans each and every day. Let's talk about how worried are people about their prices right now in terms of what's happening in the stores and everything.
And people are incredibly worried. Every single time there is like information like this from Stats SA about inflation going up, people are concerned.
Yes.
What's interesting is that I think we're becoming more and more aware on the implications of inflation's going high. So we're having serious conversations about how do we save. We are very price sensitive. We are looking at loyalty programs. We're thinking about freelancing, getting extra jobs. So I think we're at a point where for the longest time when inflation has been going up, things are tough in the economy. We are beginning to be more practical about how do we get out of this situation. And I think for me, that's what's positive about this.
Really? So we're essentially becoming a little bit more financially savvy, if you will.
Yes, we are.
I love that for us.
Do we have any other choice?
That's also true. That's also true. It's not like we can just, do whatever we want. But Ronan, Clement mentioned a whole lot of things, such as saving, such as becoming a little bit more financially savvy, and even getting a side hustle. And Gen Z is apparently doing that very well, according to the report that came out. Can you talk to us a little bit about what exactly just surprised you when you got to see this report in terms of how Gen Z is spending their money?
Yeah, so everything that Clement said, think of the Gen Zs already way ahead in all of this. They're not thinking about it. They are so savvy that they're making a plan.
Sure.
So our recent study suggests that they're really, while they're taking strain, Stats SA says they're unemployed, we say they're underemployed, but they're not idle. So what's so interesting is when we looked at where they're getting their money from, it's either state-reliant or personally reliant. And when they're personally reliant, side hustles came through as the highest means of income. So they're saying, you know what, we see inflation is rising, we see rising prices, but you know what, we're going to make a plan. And there are so many interesting things we can unpack as we go in the conversation.
I love that. Do you know what? I feel like the future is safe. Let's make a Gen Z the Minister of Finance, if you will.
Let's make Gen Z the president.
Exactly. Thank you, Clement. I'm so glad you're on that page. But I want to take us to families and talking about money. Because for a lot of us, it's not something that happens. We come from a background where there was a lot of scarcity, and now we're just being thrust into this world of having to now make it and having to now make a plan as Gen Zs. Is it still a taboo topic when it comes to most households when we talk about finances?
Yeah, I think to an extent, culturally, a lot of households are still scared to talk about money. It's still a taboo. But I think, as I said, the conversation is changing. I mean, the financial picture has forced us to be more practical about how do we survive? How do we get out of this deep, dark hole? So we're becoming more creative about how to make money. As I said, people are choosing to freelance as opposed to just take a permanent job that sort of locks them in because we're trying to get extra money. So I think the conversation has already started. I mean, I remember a while back, and maybe this is the benefit for us millennials, and my mom was a teacher and I used to teach isiNdebele, and I used to think, why don't you read the news in isiNdebele on weekends, and then you can actually teach during the week? Why? Because I could see financially it's tough, but here's an opportunity for you to make extra money. So I think conversations like that, it's not just stopping with thought, like I thought about it, but people are making suggestions to their folks now. Why don't you do this? So we're talking about investment, we're talking about retirement, and speaking of Gen Zs, they are the ones to normally start that conversation with their parents. What's going to happen when you're not here with us anymore? What are we investing in? So the conversation is happening more and more now because we are forced to think creatively and think of solutions.
I love that. And the Gen Zs aren't scared of anyone, hey? They will say what they need to say. Yeah, 100%. But let's jump back to the Gen Zs, please, Ronan, because I feel like a lot of them at the moment are kind of, like we said, budgeting and everything, right? But what are the top 3 things that they actually are cutting back on, and what do they refuse to compromise on?
So it's very interesting when you see how they spend. So basics are the new luxuries.
Okay.
So now think when the money lands every month, and every month is different. So it's not like every month is the same. So they're spending the most on groceries and transport.
Okay.
You're looking at almost $2,500 a month on groceries. But what we're seeing is it's almost an equal amount on clothes and shoes.
Okay.
So everything is about the social currency. So I am the product, me. And so what they've learned is how to monetize themselves. And so the one thing they're not going to skimp on is what I look like. But they've also worked out that they can have replicas. You don't have to have the brand names unless they're shoes. Shoes is something that I can walk around every day, and I don't have to say anything. People can see, okay,
Yes.
that person's arrived.
Yes.
And so they're willing to go out, or they're willing to do without some of the brand names. What they do at home and what they do outside are completely different worlds.
Sure.
So when I'm at home, I'm willing to eat out of a can, and I'm willing to drink brands that may not be so fancy, but when I go out, I'm popping bottles, even if I'm renting them.
Yes, oh my goodness. And you know, this was a conversation where people spoke about renting things, and it's become so popular now. But like you said, it's because it's the aesthetic. It's what people want everyone else to perceive them as. But gentlemen, we're going to continue this conversation. And Mzansi, you need to make sure you do not go anywhere. We're talking about the rising inflation and the impact of it on your wallet. However, Gen Z apparently has got the answers, because the way that they're doing it, they're still finding a way to save and even finding side hustles that allow them to just have the money to be able to have the shoes that they won't compromise on. Do not go anywhere. This conversation is going to get juicier. But for now, my friends in Cape TZ, Foshizi, how else is the show going to get juicier?
Oh, man, lots of inspiration. I think we're both still processing. Well done, Gen Z. I love the fact that it's not even about talking about it, it's just doing it. There is a bit of an uncomfortable situation. We grow through it. I love that for this generation.
Absolutely.
Gen Z for president.
This is what I'm
going to echo
saying.
that.
The next generation is in good hands, so really, really glad about that. And then also, we're in good hands because our Samsung family always has our back. And when it comes to new releases, we know that they are always at the forefront. So shout out to them, and we'll plug you on exactly what that is straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, Expresso family. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. And this morning, we're having a very important conversation. Inflation is rising again, but what does that mean for your pocket? Well, this is why we're sitting down with Clement Manyatela as well as Ronan Ayres, and we're trying to figure out how exactly it is that we can possibly go in the right direction when it comes to our finances, but what we can learn from Gen Z, who are apparently doing it right. So, Ronan, it is said that 90% of young South Africans in the study that was released are saving. How are they managing to do this on such a small amount of money coming into their accounts?
So the assumption that it's small. It might not be small. These guys have got side hustles. They've got multiple sources of income, and they're just very savvy on how they spend.
Yes.
So even when you look at loyalty, they're not loyal by design. 99% of them have every single loyalty card for every single grocery store and retail accounts.
Yes.
What they're doing is they're not loyal to the brand, they're loyal to the deal. So they're saving. And so they're saving a portion, and they're even investing a portion in almost high-risk things. 30% of Gen Zs that we surveyed are investing in cryptos.
Sure.
So they invest some in low-risk kind of investments and some in really high-risk kind of investments. They're even seeing like betting apps as a side hustle in itself.
Oh, wow.
So they're being really savvy in what they spend on, and they make sure they're getting a deal wherever they go, and then they're really looking at alternative kinds of investment pathways to create wealth.
That is so interesting. I'm so proud of our Gen Zs. I think they're doing amazing, right? But this is why then I also want to talk about the buzzword that we've been getting into, because I feel like they are the kings and queens of this. It is the side hustle. Talk to me, Clement, you know, in terms of all of the communities that you cover, the communities that you get to go and be a part of, you know, what exactly is the feel around side hustles, and are more people getting into it?
So what we're picking up, I mean, from the conversations that I often have on a daily basis is, as I said, people do not want to be clocked up into a permanent contract anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time, I don't know if you remember, Ronan, where getting a permanent job was the thing. Like when you get a job, you get a job. But when you get a permanent job,
you've made it.
Yes. Yeah. It's no longer the case anymore. Like people now want to be more flexible with their time. They want to maximize on the time they have.
Yes.
As opposed to spend 8-9 hours with one workspace. They want to be more productive. I can do that work in 4 hours, and then I'm going to jump into another Zoom meeting. I'm going to jump into another call, and I'm going to do something else. And again, people just want flexibility. They don't want just one contract that ties them to one salary. So because of the tough economic times, people have had to think creatively around other jobs. I mean, people now are thinking about talents. Like if you know how to do hair, but you're an accountant, you are an accountant during the day, and on weekends or after hours, you do hair.
And then you post it on social media.
You put a post on social media, and then boom, that's your marketing.
Yes.
Can I add to that?
Huge thing.
It really is.
So what we're seeing with Gen Zs is they don't want that 9 to 5. They actually see it as punishment, and they see it as archaic, and they see it like that's from the dinosaur age.
Yes.
What they're saying, well, how they're thinking is the job is going to pay my debit orders, while my passion and side hustle, which I'm using both my passion and technology to make happen, and they can be global. So they could be sitting at the desk doing some boxed in what they do, but they could be a global superstar in their passion, and their hope is that their passion gets momentum so they can ditch the job. And what you'll see in the future is probably people will have multiple jobs at multiple companies instead of having this one thing and one income stream.
That is so interesting. And I was even going to say, I mean, I was going to joke about it, but you actually just kind of really just made it seem like this is the truth, is that Gen Zs want to wear their crop tops and sneakers to work, okay? They want to be free.
So the thing is to be authentic and free to be me.
Yeah, and I'm so
unapologetic about that.
Exactly.
And a lot of companies are actually learning to be more flexible. I mean, back in the day, companies just wanted you, Zanele, to work for us. But now they allow you to come do this, and then afterwards you can do whatever you want, as long as you've been productive here and we've seen the output.
I love that. And I think another very big trend is becoming healthy holistically. And of course, Clement, you are the king of that on SABC1 at 6 p.m. every Monday with the Health Club. Talk to us a little bit about what exactly this specific show is about and how it helps people.
So it's on SABC1 at 6 p.m. every single Monday. It's the Health Club, and it's really just something we've created to, like, just a campfire where we have conversations about health. I think we need to normalize having conversations about medicine, about health, and also deal with misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation out there about our health, about rare cancers, about obesity, you name it. And what the Health Club has done is we've gone and looked at what are people misinformed about and what are the most important health conversations to have, and we have them every single Monday at 6 p.m. on SABC1.
Beautiful. The perfect way to start off your Monday, right? To start off your week, forgive me. But Ronan, I want to ask you, please, because I feel like we've been talking about the Gen Zs and how incredibly well they're doing. What can all of us as the other generations learn from the Gen Zs when it comes to our finances?
So the one thing that's been remarkable is that they're credit averse.
Okay.
So only about 15 or 16% have credit cards. So most of them have between 1 and 3 bank accounts, which this is quite interesting. So they're spreading their eggs. They see it as spreading their risk. What's really interesting is 80% still use cash.
Sure.
So I see that as a legacy from what they've learned from their parents, and they see that as a free way to still to transact.
Yeah.
So they know fees with cash, and no one can really steal my money. And they choose which bank they're going to have their debit orders off, so they can have flexibility in who they want to pay every month or not.
Oh, wow.
So that may not be the best thing to learn. But what they're really learning is how to be, if you look at, there's this new trend around what can I do with 100 Rand? How far can I stretch?
Yeah, I've seen that. So they're stretching their money, essentially.
So everything is about value.
Beautiful.
Value, flexibility, and saving. And the thing is, they've only grown up in rainy weather. They don't know a world without there being something happening. They need rainy day accounts.
Yes.
And so that's why they're such big savers, because they're not only beneficiaries from in terms of receiving money, they now have the responsibility when something happens at home or anywhere, they have
the
to
family
provide.
looks to them.
So
Amazing.
they've learned from a very early stage to save and to help.
Amazing. Oh, well, gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I mean, I feel like, yes, we can always hear about what's happening in the financial world, but actually getting practical steps as to how we can fight that or even just do our best to really stay afloat. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And we will see you on Monday, 6 p.m. on SABC 1. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ronan. And listen, family, this is exactly what we love to do here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is equipping each and every one of us to possibly be a little bit better in whatever way we can be. So what exactly can you do? You heard the lovely tips. Go and take them. Go and apply them. And don't forget, you can catch Clement on SABC 1 every Monday at 6 p.m. for the Health Club. And of course, if you want any more tips in terms of what exactly it is that Gen Zs are doing, Ronan and the family have got you. www.studentvillage.co.za. There's a whole lot just in terms of what exactly is happening in terms of the Gen Zs and so much more. Right about now, though, I need you to make sure that you do not go anywhere, because my Cape Town family, talk to me, my friends. What's happening?
All right, so now that we're saving money and we've got a little bit of something set aside so we can spend it on something that we absolutely love, let's inspire you just a little bit.
Listen to this, all right? Sleek, smart, and setting the bar way higher for what home entertainment can be. What could it be? Jaw-dropping visuals to seriously smart tech. Samsung just dropped their 2025 range, and you're going to want one of these in your living room.
I think most of all, Kutle is going to want one because she was actually there to witness these game-changing innovations hit the market and every next level moment. And there are levels. Take a look.
Samsung TV continues to lead the way year after year with cutting-edge innovation that redefines home entertainment. And in 2025, they are taking things to a whole new level.
We're going to be having a good time as Samsung just shows us exactly what the future looks like.
Let's begin by exploring how AI transforms your smart home experience with your big screen TV at the center and makes your everyday life more simpler and more convenient.
Today truly is an exciting one. We're here to talk all things Samsung 2025 TV lineup. Can you please tell us all about it?
We've expanded this lineup to introduce exciting new entrants. For example, within the OLED space, we've got an S85 range that has come in. We call this our affordable premium model. We are trying to appeal to a wider spectrum of consumer, but we haven't compromised on quality at all. In the Neo QLED space, we've done some changes there again. We've mixed things up a bit. We've introduced a QN70 range. Again, we consider this our more affordable premium range. It is a mini LED TV. We've also changed our QLED. We've entered now a Q7F and a Q8F. Still our entry mid-tier range, but we had to change the way the TV responds and engages with the consumer. We had to give it more love, more attention. We have an introduction called Vision AI. Vision AI has expanded into QLED and in OLED TVs. These changes for me are quite exciting, and what it gives to the consumer is more, I don't know, it's just more, especially at the time when consumers are looking for more.
Vash, it's so good to see you because I know you are about to bring us into new technology and innovation. Samsung has been the biggest leading TV brand for 19 years. How do you believe Samsung continues to challenge itself?
The main thing about Samsung is we always consumer-centric, so we always listen to our consumers and we upgrade and we develop as our consumer needs and wants.
Why would you say consumers should get a Samsung television?
We have 4 pillars. Samsung, first of all, always has a 7-year free OS upgrade on their software. We have Knox Security, which actually keeps your data safe within the TV, so your credit card details and stuff. Then we've got Vision AI, which adjusts your AI picture, your sound, and lastly, well, Samsung is Samsung, design and sleek textures to your TV.
My first impression when I saw our latest range, I'm like, this needs to be in my living room.
Big, beautiful. I said it's not a bird, it's not a frame, it's my new TV, okay? It's stunning, and I love the fact that also it really just looks like AI.
I think the one feature that's really exciting to me is it called gestures. Tell me more about that.
Now that's a very cool feature. What we did this year is you take your Samsung Galaxy Watch, you look at the television, you connect the two together and pair it, and all you do is you move your hand around in different gestures.
It's unbelievable.
Remote. No more remote. Wow, who needs a remote?
I'm going to use a gesture control so you can use this without having to have a remote in your hands.
Incredible. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do it.
There's your Smart Things app. If I hit that, I've got it connected to my TV. You can use gestures while on the screen. If you go to the screen, as I move my hand, you see that cursor moving on the screen. And then if I pinch, so if I select that Superman there and I pinch, it selects it and applies the image.
This is incredible. And how many gestures are there?
There are up to 6 different gestures that allow you to control your device from anywhere in the home.
My first impression was like, what the heck? What the heck? The absolute heck. The fact that you can like use your watch to like scroll on the TV as a remote, mind-blowing.
Sometimes you lose your remote, maybe you're cooking, your hands are dirty, you're eating, right? You're eating those wings, and now you need to change the channel. And so you can literally just do some universal gestures and you can change channels thanks to the Galaxy Watch and your TV.
Together with the TV lineup, you've announced the audio lineup as well. Tell us more.
Our flagship series is the Q990 F soundbar. It's an 11.1.4 channel soundbar, which basically gives you 11 speakers that are firing from all different sides with top speakers as well. When you combine it with the rear speakers, is a surround sound experience. Now the beauty of this soundbar is when you pair it with our TV. Now Q Symphony is where the TV plays sound, and then when you connect to the soundbar also plays sound. Now the sound is more immersive, more encapsulating and more engaging. That's in our flagship Q990 range. Now the other ranges, the Q800 and the Q600, they don't offer the same thing, but they still give you the same kind of punch as well that you can get in the Q990, still with Q Symphony as well, and with another cool feature called adaptive sound. Adaptive sound is such a cool feature. Imagine you walk into a room and there's quite noisy atmosphere around you. The TV and the soundbar recognize this, and they will increase the volume. And then when the sound dissipates, the sound goes back to where you were before. So it's one of those flexibility for the consumer to say, trust the fact that Samsung has got this.
The biggest thing about Samsung is always the fact that they're putting us at the forefront, putting us at the center, saying, what is it that you guys want? We want fun, we want beautiful pictures, we want to feel safe, and they're doing all of that and a whole lot more.
I'm someone who loves karaoke, and with our latest range and lineup, you can have the Stingray karaoke app where you can turn your phone into the microphone. So when you're entertaining, love to entertain people, and literally put up some jams, sing along. Those are just some of the amazing features that are there.
It may be goodbye for now, but do not miss out. The Samsung TV early order and launch promotion is running from the 16th of July to the 11th of August. And to top it off, you could be unlocking exclusive premium gifts to complete your Samsung smart home experience.
Oh my my goodness. If this is what the future of TV looks like, please just count me in twice, in fact. Can I have both hands up?
I will do it. We will raise the entire roof. Samsung's 2025 lineup isn't just about watching. I think it's about living it. It's about experiencing it. Sharper, smarter, simply irresistible. Home just got a serious upgrade. Yes, I'm struggling to keep my mind here. I'm kind of picturing my house and the potential.
And you have been doing some upgrades.
I know, I've kind of cleared a wall just for that.
Just saying, is all we're saying. All right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we still have some more entertainment. I know it gets better because, of course, we've got the greatness. A new single called Zulu is coming your way.
Big.
It's incredible. Zemakeba as well as DJ Subsa is going to get together and put some really good stuff for our listening pleasure together.
Yeah, it's quite a power combo for a clean Vrydag. I think it's perfect to get the party started. Then this gets me very excited, taking those first few steps towards a fully recognized blind football league.
Wow.
We know that there are massive pressures in the space trying to create something new, but this serves a huge element of our population that is underserved right now, certainly when it comes to the sporting spaces. And we have seen what South African athletes with that RSA in them can do. Let's widen that circle just a little bit. So cannot wait to get more details on that after this. We'll see now.
Make the circle bigger.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
The morning is so good, and we're so glad we're with you, Mzansi. This morning, we get to celebrate yet another couple of amazing artists. I'm talking about three gentlemen who are truly allowing Three Step to grow in such a beautiful way. Because if you did not know, Three Step is taking over. But we've got the leaders of it here with us this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm so excited for us to meet them and get to know just exactly what they're about. And if you did not know, friend, DJ Sabza has released a brand new song. It's called Zulu. And then he featured some fellow superstars. Of course, we are talking about none other than Zemakeba as well as Pianola. And this morning, I am so excited because they are going to be performing just that for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But then we also get to know about their stories. Everyone, let's give them a Feel Good welcome, please. Gentlemen, righty.
That's good,
and you're right. See, all the better for sitting next to you guys. But DJ Sabza, I'm going to start with you because you're somebody who has been doing music for a beautiful time and you've been making it from, I feel like, a very spiritual place. How did you even get into house music particularly? And how is house music different to Three Step?
Well, I've been in love with music from a very young age.
Yes.
I think I was at primary school. So back then I used to beat the desk creating beats.
Yeah.
So I knew nothing about computers and stuff.
Oh, maths.
Yeah,
forget that. What's 2 plus 2? It's a beat. Yes.
So fast forward in grade 12, I was doing computer studies. So we were exposed to softwares, playing around with computer during our free period when we were doing assignments in computers.
Yeah.
So I was introduced to a FL Studio where we create beats in 2007.
Yes.
Also, I was introduced to the decks where we are DJing the
Nice.
So yeah, from then I didn't stop creating beats, Afro House to be specific.
Yes. And how is it different to Three Step?
So it's not in any way different because it's just a new name to me because I've been making the same music for such a long time.
Oh, really?
For me, it's the same thing. It's just that the way is different in how you arrange the beats and stuff. So that's why they call it three-step now. So.
I love that. So then, it's just pretty much the same thing, but it's a rebrand.
They just remove.
It's just different PR, essentially. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they just remove one kick. Then it's called three-step.
I love that. Well, you're killing it at the moment. And of course, I know that as well, you guys put together this beautiful song. But for you, Makeba, there is a lovely song that you put together with Tugzin that put you out there. Talk to me just about, the impact of that breakthrough on your career and why you think it was that specific song was the one to get you out there.
Hey, it was a beautiful time of my life. Where I got to be exposed to great musicians, and we got to make a beautiful song that people really resonated with.
Yes.
And loved, and they received it very well.
Yeah.
So, and they received it very well, and it's been a great journey. Just working with those great names on its own. It's been such a blessing.
I love that. And with you saying Gifika, when did you arrive on the scene?
Well, on the scene,
yeah.
I arrived last year.
Hectic.
But I started recording in 2012, so it's been like a long journey just preparing just for that one moment.
And you got to be ready for that one moment, right? I love that. Look, even the glasses, one moment was perfect. Notes, and it fell in the right place. I love that. Yeah. That's incredible. Papa, I want to come to you because I feel like you guys put together this beautiful song, Zulu. And, let's talk about how did it all come together and where did you guys even find each other?
I'm a pianist. Church. So, it has a meeting like Afro House.
Yes.
And we met with the salsa. Then we thought about something warm but nandi.
Yes. Beautiful. And of course, when Nasabza, you guys kind of just brought together this very, I want to call it cultural feel. You wanted people to listen and go, even me, I want to be Zulu. That's what you guys did. Talk to me about why that was so important and how it even came about.
Well, we were just reminded by a story which is on screens. And then we thought, no, let's just remind people history. Uzulu was strong. Uzulu was, if you talk about a Zulu man, he's a man who wins battles.
Yes.
So either verbally or literally.
Yes.
So we're just reminding people of the Zulu tribe of how strong and powerful they are.
Beautiful. And Makeba, your name even means Zulu, Sana. So essentially, no, it was your plan to get the name of the song to be used. Not come on, man. James, you are amazing, and we're so proud of you for everything that you guys are doing. I'm so excited for the performances. And the beautiful thing, Zanti, is the fact that you got to make sure you don't go anywhere. These guys are going to be showing you why it is they are owning the music industry at the moment and why it is that they are so loved in terms of the great work that they're putting out there. Right about now, you need to make sure that you stick around as well because we still got so much more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, lots on the way. Yep, a big drop. Cannot wait for Zulu a little bit later. But right now, some good news for you. Thursday could be that lucky payday that you're waiting for if you play your daily lotto. There is an estimated 580,000 Rand. That's over 500,000. Come on, sitting in the jackpot. So you go get your ticket. You can do it in store. You can, obviously, when they're open, you can go nationallottery.co.za right now online. You can go onto their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can dial *120 *7529# for USSD straight to the phone. Easy peasy, and we've made it even easier by keeping the Expresso social media pages lit with that information, so go and check it out. Panda Pusha Play your daily lotto for an estimated 580,000 Rand in that jackpot today. All the best of luck. You can contemplate your potential winnings as we take a quick break. We'll be back with the news and sporting headlines right now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We hope you enjoyed that first hour of us hanging out together. The great news is that we have 2 more coming your way right here on Expresso, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. For now, though, we have to get into those news headlines. We also have some sporting details for you. And then, of course, updating you on everything to do with your weather. Well, just a minute after 7 o'clock, let's get into those national news headlines first, where South Africa's annual consumer inflation ticked up to 3% in June from 2.8% in May. That was driven by rising food, housing and beverage prices. Now, State SA says food price inflation hit 4.7%, its highest level in 16 months. Elevated prices for meat, vegetables and beverages were notable contributors. Agricultural economists attribute the sharp rise in meat prices to outbreaks of animal diseases. Despite the increase, inflation remains within the Reserve Bank's target range, with analysts expecting a possible 25 basis point rate cut next week. In other news in the country, U.S. lawmakers have advanced a bill to review relations with South Africa, citing concern over its foreign policy. Now, the U.S.-South Africa Bilateral Relations Review Act proposes sanctions against officials linked to alleged support for Russia, China and Hamas. The bill, introduced by Congressman Ronnie Jackson, highlights South Africa's genocide case against Israel and its ties to Palestine. Now, while the bill faces hurdles, its approval by the Foreign Affairs Committee signals growing tension. Pretoria declined to comment as it faces a possible 30% U.S. tariff. In your international news making headlines, more than 100 international aid agencies and human rights groups, including Oxfam, Save the Children and Doctors Without Borders, have raised alarm over massive starvation in Gaza. In a joint statement, they criticized the drastically limited humanitarian access, averaging just 28 aid trucks a day, far below the 600 trucks the UN says they are needed. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry reports 33 starvation deaths in 48 hours and over 1,000 people killed since late May while attempting to access desperately needed aid. Meanwhile, in news on the continent, Ethiopian officials have dismissed former U.S. President Donald Trump's claim that America's funded the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Now, the GERD Coordination Office says the $5 billion project, Africa's largest hydroelectric plant, was built without foreign aid. Trump's remarks were labeled, quote, destructive and false. Now, Ethiopia maintains that the dam was funded by government efforts and public contributions over its 14-year construction period. The dam, a national symbol of pride, has angered downstream countries, Egypt and Sudan, who fear water shortages. Meanwhile, the National Rescue Institute will mark World Drowning Prevention Day tomorrow. This is where we close up your news on a feel-good note along with the rest of the world. This year's theme, Your Story Can Save a Life, shines a light on how shared experiences can help keep others safe. Now, telling your story may just help somebody make a smarter choice near water. Saving around 1,500 lives a year and doing loads of preventative work, NSRI's volunteer crews are real South African heroes. Now, they also teach CPR and water safety across communities. With more than 200,000 drowning deaths worldwide every year, the NSRI is urging us to wear blue tomorrow, but always watch the kids near water and stay water-wise every day of the year. A nice reminder to close off your 7 o'clock news. For now, though, let's get into your sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. We kick it off with rugby, and if you're wondering why there was so much competition over the last international window with the Boks, it's because the under-20s are coming. Rassie Erasmus has named a 37-man Springbok squad stacked with 24 World Cup winners for their rugby championship clashes up against Australia first. So some notable omissions include Faf de Klerk and Makazola Mapimpi, that as Erasmus clearly balances experience with the explosion of emerging talent. We've got junior Boks stars Bato Bele, Kani, Cheswell Euster and Hashim Peed also in the fold. They'll also train with the group in a move to fast-track South Africa's next generation. A very exciting era indeed. Now we get back to cricket, and India closed out day one of the fourth test up against England 264 for 4 at Old Trafford. But they suffered a major blow as Rishabh Pant retired hurt after scoring just 37. So Ben Stokes led England's attack with 2 for 47, while debutant Liam Dawson struck in his comeback as well. So India trailing 2-1 in the series. Must win in Manchester to keep it alive. Now let's get back to tennis, and a name we haven't mentioned in quite some time. Venus Williams is back. She made a winning return to singles tennis, beating Peyton Stearns 6-3, 6-4 at the DC Open. That was after a 16-month layoff. So the 45-year-old, she sealed her 819th career win and became the oldest WTA match winner since 2004 in the process. And then some big names, Naomi Osaka and the in-form Emma Raducanu also advancing, setting up a much-anticipated second-round showdown. Now, the showdowns are coming thick and fast as we head back to France for the Tour de France. Jonathan Milan claimed his second win of this year's Tour de France in a crash-marred sprint finish to stage 17. So sadly, a massive pile-up in wet conditions disrupted the peloton, but Milan emerged from a 10-man dash to take victory. And then our yellow jersey holder, Tadej Pogacar, who's also been on another level, he finished safely. And Thursday brings a brutal mountain stage featuring the feared Col de la Lozère. Go and have a look on Google to see the sculpts that particular hill has claimed. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first update on the roads.
Well, thank you, G-Man. Let's touch down with what's happening in your roads, starting out in Gauteng in Johannesburg, where there's a stationary truck on the N1 northbound at New Road, resulting in a left-lane closure. So currently, no delays are expected and being experienced, but do drive carefully if you're passing by that way. Well, let's see what's happening in Cape Town in Century City first, where back-to-back traffic is being experienced along the N7 South at the ramp towards the N1 inbound. Now, motorists can, of course, expect delays, so do allow for some added travel time if you're making use of that route. Sticking in Cape Town, but heading to Rondebosch, delays are being experienced along the M5, this due to congestion along the affected route. Now, typical peak hour conditions are expected, so please plan your route accordingly, and of course, stay safe when you head on out there. So where we leave your roads, let's check in with what's happening in your weather. Well, in environmental news this morning, the world's highest court has declared states are legally obliged to combat climate change, calling in action a, quote, wrongful act that could lead to reparations. Now, the International Court of Justice ruling through adversary carries significant legal weight and could transform global climate mitigation. Now, the decision follows a UN request to clarify obligations around emissions and harm to vulnerable nations. Meanwhile, a yellow level 2 warning is in place for KwaZulu-Natal's north coast as disruptive rain threatens flooding, road accidents and hazardous driving conditions, and that is on the dirt roads. Let's check in with the sunrise view of this hour. Earlier on, we saw what the Eastern Cape is looking like, and right now, Alberton, it's your time to shine. Louise has sent this absolutely gorgeous morning view with us, looking breathtaking as you're sitting in traffic, saying, you know what, maybe it's not that bad at the end of the day. We really wish you a beautiful morning, Louise, and thank you for thinking of us as you braved the traffic out there. 16 degrees is what you can expect in Alberton, as I remind you to share your morning views with us wherever you find yourself on 063-036-9649. For now, though, you might be wondering what to pack and wear today. Let's get into your temperatures.
It's looking good in places. A bit of rain down south, but it's okay. So hopefully you get to embrace the beautiful day wherever you are. Of course, embracing your day when you've got no cash flow is a little bit difficult.
Tough.
And that's what we focused on this morning. We've heard how Gen Zs are doing amazing things to save money, get the side hustle going. So we put that question to you.
Well, let's touch down with our Good Morning Post. When it comes to saving money, what is something that you've stopped spending on and you haven't missed at all? Let us know via voice notes in 063-036-9649, and then, of course, at Expresso Show across Facebook, Instagram, wherever you find us. I personally want to know because I just spend too much money.
I know, you're a bit of an impulse emotional buyer. We've
That's
established
the thing.
this. It's okay. It's a culture that can be relearned.
Well, let
my
me
friend.
learn something today. What could I get rid of?
Okay. So, of course, we put it to you guys, and Teresa jumped right on using electricity wisely and being mindful not to take it for granted. Yeah. Switch off anything not in use. Electricity is very expensive.
That's right.
We cannot do without it, so use it wisely and save money.
Teresa, that's great.
Really nice. I've been trying to train my kids to do that, playing like a little bit of a game. If we save money, you win there, kind of a thing, but it makes a big difference.
I see Mersha Abrams says, cutting out on all luxuries. You're tough, Mersha. Working on a lower budget. We're trying. We really are
You've got to tighten the belt sometimes. You've got to do it,
Or buy a
Mersha.
new belt.
Well done.
Okay.
No, slow down, okay? Geraldine, good morning. Right back at you. Cutting down on sugary snacks. Nice, because I suffer from headaches after eating it. Yeah. Also getting my summer body in order.
There you go.
Lol. Don't make it a lol.
It's a serious matter.
It is lol. You've got to be rough. No, I love that. I love the fact that she's identified a common health danger and has done something about it.
Body is sending off signals there. Martha Sitsiba, eating out regularly. Ooh, I just learned to cook most of my favorite dishes. That is a life hack, Martha. Thank you for that. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I crave this burger from this place. Just make it yourself.
Yeah, man. Make it so good that you don't want to go out.
That's where the truth
I
lies.
love that. Thank you so much. I think we've entered a crazy stage. We've spoken about inflation. We've spoken about the financial pressures on younger generations. Great to see young people pushing back. A bit of mentoring going up the chain.
I like that.
This time. Absolutely love that.
You know what I also like? Or love, rather.
I can smell coffee.
Can
I
you?
Smell
because that's
something that
exactly what I want
absolutely
right
love.
now. And in 3, 2, 1, it shall appear.
Look at this guy, man.
Thank you,
I love you, man.
Chadwin.
Thank you, Jazzy boy.
He even gave you a little kiss there.
What a little legend.
I love that.
Oh, I'm not saying that he's my favorite colleague.
Maybe.
But he
Second
might be
favorite
right
to
up
me,
there.
though.
Of course. So my work wife and I are really looking forward to what's coming up after the break. You know, we have got, I think, the rumblings of something official. The first blind football league in South Africa is becoming, and we have a front row seat. We're going to connect with the team that are making it happen, but this will be massive. Massive for
I'm very
South
much
Africa.
looking forward to seeing how that's going to all unpack and unfold. And then, of course, one of our favorite girls, Fatima Saib, is back in the building. She's going to join us in the kitchen to cook up something so delicious. Might even be better than this coffee, and that's a hard task.
It's going to be tough. See you now.
There's no to a cappuccino. Jacob's Wunderbar. Jacob's Wunderbar. says no to a cappuccino? Jacob's Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, my friend. We're getting into it with Jacobs indeed, and we absolutely love the fact that we always get to have such lovely conversations when our Jacobs family is in the building. Now, look, friend, it's more than just a game, it's breakthrough. We're talking about the fact that there are already 4 teams that are really leading the pack when it comes to inclusive sports in South Africa, and we are so excited to be able to have this conversation this morning because we're talking about the first national blind football league that is being led by one of these kings, who is Jacob CV. He is the first blind national football coach, and we get to sit down with him and get to understand how exactly this is all working, how in fact we're getting to see such beautiful things happen where there's space being created, that inclusivity is being prioritized, but more than anything else, we're getting to see how it's making a huge difference. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome. It's Jacob CV.
Yes.
Is that how you hype up your people?
Yes. Halala.
I love that. This is why you're a coach.
Thank you.
Jack, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Of
it's
course.
awesome. And Bugile Silana.
Yes, thank you for being here. You and your lovely energy. And this is why I can tell you're a great coach, because I can just imagine that your players are just so supported in terms of you and them. But let's get into it. You know, what sparked the creation of South Africa's first blind national football league?
100%. So we started blind soccer 2 years ago. We did not plan to start blind soccer. It was 2 young people who were visually impaired, one completely blind, the other one partially sighted. Came to our facility in La Rochelle. They wanted to play football.
Yeah.
And I was very hesitant because, I mean, who's ever seen blind people play soccer? It's crazy, right? Because we think of them with a stick. So from there, researched, and over time, prayed about it, very intentional about prayer.
Amen.
And from there, decided to give it a shot. Went to the Society for the Blind, Johannesburg Society for the Blind, pitched it.
Yeah.
And then we had our first cohort who were interested to come and play.
Wow.
Then we had a team for 2 years, no competition. And then we were invited to go to the BRICS Games in Russia through Serbia. Shout out to Serbia. And we went through to the BRICS Games. And when we went there, I mean, nationally it just spread. People heard about it. It was on one of the national networks. And there's so much excitement amongst the visually impaired young people in this country.
Yeah.
And then we said, instead of just a club, why not have a league? And so we started going to the different schools and we formulated a league. And now we have a league in this country that's operating with people who are blind, yet they are playing football.
That is so beautiful. And I
Yes.
feel like, you know, sport is always such a beautiful way to change the community.
Sure.
And even change the lives of people.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about how has being part of this beautiful league been actually the way in which you've been able to change the lives of the players?
100%. Look, the players will tell you that we felt unseen, but now we feel like we are seen.
Yeah.
And we've changed how people perceive the visually impaired or the blind people.
Yeah.
The perception of it's people who are restricted and limited to, wow, these guys are actually phenomenal and what they can do. And so this is what the sport has done. So imagine if they can run, they can dribble, they can shoot on a pitch. Imagine what more can they do in general in life. So this is what it's done for them.
It's empowering.
It is empowering,
It's so
100%,
incredible. Yeah.
100%.
But I can imagine a journey like this comes with challenges.
Sure.
Let's jump into those. What exactly did you face when getting this initiative off the ground?
100%. I think for me, what anchors me is my calling. And so I believe this is not something I just do. I believe that God has specifically called me to do this thing.
Amen, child.
And yes, you will face a lot of challenges. I mean, the first one, when we started, we didn't have a proper soccer ball. For instance, the soccer ball here, you can feel it.
It makes a noise.
So how it's played is
Yes.
5-a-side, ball's got bells inside, and they play by hearing. That's how it's played.
That is amazing.
So the ears become their eyes. But getting this soccer ball was hard. It was one of the first challenges because where do you get a soccer ball like this? There's no blind soccer in the country.
Yes.
So we went to one of the retail stores, went to the rubbish bins, got a plastic, we put it inside the plastic, and that's how we were playing. So just getting the general and the basic resources has always been a challenge, just in general. And then obviously, because blind soccer is still new, it's formulating competition because that's what drives sports as well.
Yeah.
And then also working with the local structures and institutions in this country and getting them to buy into this thing because it's like blind football. That's usually the expression. It's this thing is a real thing.
Work?
How does it even work? Is this thing a real thing? And so there's been a lot of challenges and ongoing challenges. But look, you must be stubborn.
Yeah,
you must be a
You
troublemaker.
gotta fight, honey.
Must be a troublemaker. You must fight the institutions, fight whatever is resisting you. To make sure that this thing happens. So whatever challenge, for us, it's an opportunity.
Beautiful. And I mean, this is more than just a sport. It is
Yeah.
something that is really just allowing so many messages to be sent.
100%.
But let's focus on inclusivity as well as ability and dignity.
Sure.
You know, what message is it sending about that when we talk about blind football?
That blind people can do all things. In Philippians says, through Christ who strengthens them, but they can do all things.
Yes.
There's nothing they cannot do.
Love
and
that.
so when we talk about a high unemployment rate in this country, which is youth 62% plus, I mean, with visually impaired, it's even more.
Yeah.
So I think this is changing the perspective of people and that they can do all things. And I think that's the most important thing.
Beautiful. So apparently you are going to be allowing me to experience playing blind football. Is that correct? Okay, let's do it.
100%. So let me explain this. So they wear shades. And so people usually ask, why do they wear shades, right? Because there's variation of visual impairments.
Yes.
So some can see and others can't see completely. So to make it equal, we need to cover your eyes. So when they play...
Oh, fair. Okay.
Can you see anything?
Nah, I can't see anything. No, I can't.
Sharp. So here comes a new player. He's never played football before, has a heart, and he says, what? Blind football? I'm going to play blind football.
But I am messy at the same time.
She's
but
messy,
yes,
okay.
thank you.
Zanele, when you're playing blind football, you need to stretch out your hands.
Okay.
So this is to protect you and to protect the next player as well.
Yes.
And so if you don't have the ball, you say voy, it's Spanish, meaning I'm coming.
Voy, okay.
Yes. However, if you have the ball, you need to move it between your legs. So just open up your legs.
Okay, there we go.
Just facing that direction there, the camera.
Okay.
Then that is there. So as a coach, I'm moving it.
Yes.
Can you feel it?
I can.
Can you feel it?
I can.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Now move it.
Okay.
And Zanele's playing blind football, yeah! And she scored a goal.
I am messy. I
Yes,
told you.
She's messy.
I said it.
Yes, awesome stuff. Well done.
Yay. Would you put me on your team?
Definitely.
Yes! I can do this.
And we've got international games coming, so yeah, we can maybe put you in there, jersey number 6.
I am an international player already.
Hello, Bafana cap.
Oh, friend, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And very quickly, I just want to ask you, where do you see, blind football going, just as we wrap up?
100%. So, look, there's a massive interest nationally. We've started in Joburg. We're getting calls all over the country, so we want to ensure that we get it to everyone all over the country. There's so many visually impaired young people in this country.
Yeah.
And we just want to ensure that everyone gets an opportunity to play and realize their dreams and their goals, because a lot of them lost their eyesight. Some were born blind.
Yeah.
But this is God saying, hey, I'm giving you a second chance.
Beautiful.
We're back.
Shout out to you and the team, Jack.
Danko.
We appreciate you. Shout
Danko
out to
Mazet.
Jacobs. We love stories like this, and thank you so much
Hallelujah.
for coming through.
Halala. Thank you, Jacobs. Thank you, Expresso. Blessings.
Yes, honey. You see, with the things that Jacobs always allows us to do, it's get into really beautiful stories, and this is why we appreciate getting to celebrate each and every week. And did you see blind football? Who would have thunk it? But look, it's happening. It's the unimaginable, almost seems impossible, but it is being done, and we absolutely love it. Right now, though, you need to make sure you stick around. We'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You can see how my mood has lifted. Why? Because I'm thinking about my beautiful pups right now. We brush them, we cuddle them. Let's be honest, we obsess over their adorable faces, and that's perfectly okay. But when it comes to our pets' health, it's what we can't see that might be the real problem. And joining us today is veterinarian Dr. Luca Mendez to dig beneath the surface and talk about worms and why keeping our pets worm-free is more important than we think. Doc, thank you so much for being here. An early start for you, but I know you're up and at 'em because you have a deep personal connection to the animals that you care for, clearly. But I think we often miss the underlying dangers because we are kind of obsessed with the cuteness, the positive side of. But when it comes to worms, parasite protection is so important. Why is this a focal point? Why should we use this as our jumping off point?
Yeah, it's a great question. And the truth is that internal parasites, external parasites, form the basis of a lot of the health issues that we see in dogs and cats. So roundworms, hookworms, tapeworms, ticks, fleas, these all are like problematic and form part of primary animal health care.
Yeah. And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And dogs like to get their noses everywhere.
They should, because they're dogs, yeah.
Yeah, and they like to spread it to each other. It's just like a big festive party. So
with a petri dish.
Nice petri dish.
And of course, I've got young kids and I've got miniature Dachshunds where the line is blurred. Are they dogs? Are they children? No one really knows. But I think often you know your pet better than anyone else. And it's those subtle signs that if you listen to your gut, maybe you are onto something. So what are the signs that parasites might be kind of tipping the scales within our furry little ones?
Yeah, so if we're looking at internal parasites, we often think about things like diarrhea, vomiting, or just a poor appetite. Sometimes a bit of weight loss or a bit of a pot belly appearance can be a sign of worms.
A bit of bloating, okay.
Yeah, but if we're looking external parasites, the dead giveaway is usually itching, scratching at that lower back, scratching at the ears, and sometimes you might see a bit of redness in the skin. And those are big telltales, yeah.
And you will notice a shift in their behavior. And often with dogs, I find in particular, once they get kind of a nervous tick or something like that, they lean into it. So if you look for the signs, you'll see it there. Let's talk about protection. NexGuard and NexGuard Combo is something that I've lent into because they are just so easy. And you know you're covering a broad spectrum. But break down how they work and how they should be administered.
Yeah, so NexGuard is targeting your external parasites like fleas and ticks, and fleas being really important to treat because they transmit tapeworm.
Wow.
Whereas NexGuard Spectra is a combination product that targets ticks, fleas, and roundworms and hookworms. So taking it once a month is going to eliminate
the cover.
risks.
I was going to ask, what are the life cycles, if you will, of kind of protection when it comes to parasites? And I would assume some are worse for some parasites or not. Do we need to be more focused seasonally? How should we be administering?
Yeah, it's also a great question. And that seasonality in a tick or in any other parasite's lifestyle is really relevant. And we find that actually in winter, in like warm households, people tend to neglect the tick and flea treatments, and we actually see a bit of a spike in the flea problems. So really it's about the environment we create at home as opposed to the seasonality outside the house sometimes.
Always be on. Just know your pets, and if you've got a good relationship with your vet, all of that will be tracked. You've got a diary there. It's great. Is there something in terms of preventative? How can we best protect our pets moving forward? Should we be worried about them going out and digging and exploring? Because, I mean, pups need to do what pups do, but we want to obviously mitigate the fallout. So what would your proactive tips be for keeping our pets safe?
Proactive tips, when we're looking at puppies and young dogs, be really on top of the deworming, like follow your veterinarian's advice on the frequency of doing it, because they are very prone to getting the parasites. So doing your monthly or your long-acting products routinely is essential.
Absolutely vital.
And then as dogs get a bit older, they become a bit more resilient to these parasites, so you can just follow like a more open structure, I guess.
And by then you kind of know the pressure points, you know what your area's like, and you can also use that to, I suppose, recalibrate your living space and how best to protect the family and the animals. If we don't, and I don't want to go to these dark places, but I think, I mean, we've been talking about just the lifespan of our pets and feeling all emotional this morning, but it really does matter to us. So if we don't treat parasites properly and protect our pets, what are some of the complications that can arise?
It's definitely multifactorial. So in one part, some of these parasites can be transmitted to us, in which case if you have children or adults that are immunocompromised, they are at a risk. So they also have to be dewormed. From the pet side, if they are getting these parasites and they get the little protozoas or the bacterias or the parasites that they have, and they are at risk of getting tick bite fever, heartworm, tapeworm again from the fleas. So there's a lot of knock-on effects by
not doing it, which is crazy to me, because one simple gateway, just create that backstop and you are sorted. Oh, thank you so much for doing what you do. I think you are in a space where we absolutely love our animals, and I think often we take for granted that the amount of love they give us. So put the effort in, look after your little ones. Doc, thank you so much on behalf of all the animals you're going to save today. We absolutely love and appreciate you, and hopefully this has opened your eyes just a little bit. I think, yes, we want to enjoy all the good stuff, the positive, the cuddles, especially in winter. But we've got to play our part as responsible pet parents. Even in winter, hidden dangers like ticks and fleas don't disappear. In fact, they might even spike. So keep your pet protected with NexGuard. This easy, chewable, preventative treatment, that's being proactive, offers 1 month or 3-month pack protection, helping you enjoy those chilly walks, snuggly hikes, and of course, cozy adventures without worry. So the next time your fur baby gives you that cute, unbelievably human-like look, remember, love means looking out for what's inside as well too. A NexGuard combo makes protecting your pets simpler and more effective than ever before. So stay one step ahead of the wriggles and keep those tails wagging with confidence.
We just like that are back in the kitchen, and it's my favorite time of day because look, I'm seeing food around me, and guess what? It's pasta. But most importantly, we've got one of our favorite people here. Fatima is back, and she's going to take us through some really delicious pasta variants. And is this pasta? I thought it was a big gnocchi.
You never know, with all this innovation.
Exactly. We'll get into that in just a little bit. And then we also have to have a dip out moment with our artists from today, DJ Subsa, as well as they are going to be standing by to show us exactly how they dip out of life. We'll see you on the other side of this. Are you sure it's not gnocchi?
Taste it and see.
Oh, you can make my day.
It is
is your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed, right here on S3. And this morning, my friend, how are we feeling good? We're doing so with Omar Rusks. Now, you know we've been getting into our dip out moments, but sometimes, you know, you find them in different places because we've spoken about the office, we've spoken about friendship drama. Now we're jumping into the drama that you can't run away from. You know, the one that has to do with the family. Yes, they're always energetic. Yes, they're always full of love, but you can't get away from the family drama that happens sometimes. And this is why you need to sometimes have your dip out moment. So someone who's helping us break it down today, it is Ze Makeba, who's in the building. Ze, are you still good?
100%. Thank
I
you.
love that.
Are you still good?
I'm amazing. All the better for having you guys here. I'm still so excited for your performance. But Ze, let's jump right into it because I feel like, you know, there's always a lot that has to do with family when it comes to our own lives and our careers and things like that, right? Let's first start off with the family drama. Whenever there's family drama anywhere, for you, how do you kind of dip out and allow yourself to just remind yourself that you love your family?
Hey, listen, you know, family, I feel like all the time they can just be problematic.
Yes.
They always have that thing.
Not that yes.
But it's lovely because it's family. You can deal with it. And you know, the way I deal with it is just go to my room, get a cup of coffee.
Yes.
With a nice rusk, just to top things up, you know. A nice balance, just to, you know.
Just to balance things out, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And Zay, can I please tell you, for me, you see you're saying in your room, I have to be inside my covers. Whether it's hot outside, it's cold outside, I need my covers just to tell me it's going to be okay. You know what I mean?
I wish I was you.
Oh my goodness. But this is the thing. I'm kind of just like, you know, you said a rusk. I need the whole box. That's how dramatic my family is. But this is so many. I come from a family of 6. I have 5 siblings.
I have like 10 siblings.
Are you serious? You
That's
see,
why I need to go to my room.
You see? This is why we can relate. Oh, my goodness. But they're also, you know, when we talk about family, it's always very important to kind of hear from them, kind of get some advice and things like that. What did they think when you said you want to go into music? Were they supportive?
Luckily, I come from a family, like, almost everyone in my family can sing.
Oh, wow.
So I think they were just supportive because that one person was like, okay, I'm going to do this as a career. So they've been supportive throughout my whole journey. Like, it's been amazing. Like, to have a family that supports you, like, in your dream. I know how stupid it is for some people, but just to have a family that, like, go for it.
I love that. You see, when you're a family like that, that's when you're like, okay, I'll buy you guys rusks. I won't just keep them to myself in my room. We can all share the rusks together. Exactly. I love that. And just in terms of you and your family, you know, what have been the most beautiful moments that you've been able to sort of share with them, you know, particularly in your career?
I think just having my family with me, like in most of the performances, like it just give me that balance. It's okay, I've got people that are holding me up just before I go to the stage. But go kill it, my boy. That's like a beautiful moment for me.
That's incredible. And who are you closest to? Is it your parents? Is it your siblings?
I would say my sister, but my mom and sister, but mostly my sister.
And how old is she? What's the age gap between you guys?
I think she's 5 years older than me.
Oh, nice.
So that's like a beautiful gap. A routine was to connect her because she's somewhere else in life and I'm also somewhere else. She can just pull me closer, you know.
I love that. Even for me, it's also my sisters who are like 5 years and 7 years older. They're the ones that I'm closest to. There's something about sisters.
No, I think it's because I'm a softie. I'm sensitive. And my brother is like he gives a tough love. So I'm like, okay, let me just divert to my sister.
I love that. You are so right about that because even we have brothers as well. And it's rather, I'm also a softie. Maybe it's why we like our Oma so much. Our Oma, she holds us.
Yes. Comfort.
Exactly.
Comfort.
Do you ever have any drama? Since we're talking about family drama and needing to dip out, do you ever have any drama with your sister?
Sometimes. I mean, there are those days like, okay, sis, please just go away. I need my rest. Just go away. Disappear.
Please leave me alone. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's pretend it's one of those days.
Yes, let's go for it.
Let's get a little bit of this dipping going.
Finally,
because we
I've
can.
been waiting.
Good job, been waiting, Sana.
I've been waiting for this opportunity.
Oh, please, get out of here. Which one are you going to have?
I'm going to have the 100 raisins.
Oh, the one with the raisins. I love it.
It's going to raise me up.
That's the muesli version.
Yeah?
I'm a condensed milk girl.
Sure.
I love condensed milk and buttermilk. Those are my favorites. Absolute favorites. Lovely. Here we go. Let's cheers it up.
Cheers it up.
Cheers it up. And
Don't
then,
forget to dip it.
actually, Zed, did you know that we actually have a competition that's going to be going on right now?
What?
Exactly. No. Hybo. The T's and C's, they apply, my brother.
I was going to enter now, but it's okay. Go
No, actually, okay, actually, let me quickly get to this competition because I feel like this is always something that we love to get for you, beautiful family, and I feel like Zed's enjoying. How was it? How is it?
You see, with the coffee.
Yes.
The raisings.
Yeah.
It just connects.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now I'm coming down.
I love
needed
that.
it.
And you're coming down nicely for your performance, right?
See what I mean?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Listen, family, this is what we love to do because it's all about you and how you, in fact, can be a winner. So what exactly are you doing on social media? Let me tell you. When family gets a little bit too much, sometimes we need to have our moment that we can dip out with Oma. And all you got to do is share your answer on our social media Expresso pages with hashtag dip out with Oma, and you could win 2,000 Rand cash and an Oma hamper. So not just money, but the hamper as well. Okay, Oma doesn't play. But this is the question you need to answer, my friend. And that is, how do you dip out with Oma to take a breather and remind yourself why you love your people? Because the family drama happens for all of us. How do you do exactly that and make sure that you're dipping out in the best way? Don't forget hashtag dip out with Oma and get your entries in before the 28th of July. That is when it closes, so go and do it now. T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. Right about now, though, friends, we still got so much more to come right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Dip out with Oma this winter. Tasty.
Beautiful.
Filling.
Did you like
and
it?
oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
I've got an idea for another snack. Ooh, from rich cheese and ripe tomatoes to golden olive oil and hearty pasta, of course. Every ingredient brings a taste of Italy to your table. Now, this winter, Woolies is making it easier than ever for you to create your own Italian-inspired feast. And that is exactly why we brought in cookbook author and head of commercial content for Woolworths Taste. Fatima Saeed is here to serve up 2 no-fuss flavor-packed pasta recipes. And when I say no fuss, that's my kind of recipe.
No fuss.
So thank you for being here again, Fatima, and leading the way. I'm seeing pasta, but I'm also not seeing that many ingredients.
No, both are 3 ingredients.
Okay, so what are we making today?
I see you already put that on.
I
Thank
did
you.
put this on
I love
for you.
it. Can I ask you to just pour this tomatoes in there? Because this is a hack.
Okay.
We're using the tin tomatoes, heating it up.
Nice. You know what? That's part of the recipe.
Very excited to eat. And then we're stirring through this whole wheat pasta.
Oh, nice.
Some buffalo mozzarella, and then it's done.
Okay.
Try.
I think I might have gotten a little bit too excited there. Relax.
I'll be over here.
So pasta can be healthy. You said this is the whole wheat one, right?
Yeah, with some tomatoes, with vegetables and everything in there.
You're ticking all the boxes here when it comes to health.
Exactly,
Okay.
right?
There we go.
So you can toss that in. Okay, now it seems to simmer down.
Yeah. Always being tested in this kitchen. All right. Oh, it smells good already.
I know.
This one actually has herbs in it as well.
We're going to amp up the flavor.
And we're going to add some basil. Let's
and
smell.
I thaw it, right? So it brings out that color and that flavor.
How fragrant
We're going
is
to keep
that?
like 1 or 2 for the top.
Okay, perfect.
How nice.
Okay, that's
Then
delicious already.
I have a, oh, I don't know if I can use that. Do you want to grab some pepper?
Okay,
So you
cool.
can add whatever spices you want to this. We have some salt, pepper, and chili flakes.
Lovely. So your spice tolerance, remind me? Like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a lot, actually.
What's yours? Is it lower?
I don't know. I've also been pushing the boundaries a bit. Okay,
Really?
that's not bad.
It's a little bit
considering
of
the
salt.
amount of...
Just dash. There we go.
Okay, a little bit of salt. So you also don't need to add any sugar to balance out the acidity. This is perfect
everything is
as
done
is.
for you. It's just, that's why you're also cooking this down, the tomatoes down, so that it can get a bit thicker and cling to the
sweeter.
pasta a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, that looks like a dinner ready for me.
You can actually put that off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
There's more.
We're going to amp up a little bit, but oh, what happened to my words there? I'm so excited.
I got too close to you, got nervous.
We're
Okay.
going to add buffalo mozzarella.
Oh.
My favorite.
What, do we add it in on top? Must we plate it first?
No, anything. Because you
Okay.
can either dish it from there, which is, I mean, come on. We're just like,
Girl,
easy,
let's make it
easy.
cute. Okay.
Let's make it cute, you're right. So we're going to pour some in. Do you want this?
I don't know what's easier. I feel like I'm going to pick up one at a time with that.
Let's see.
Let's try this out together.
Yay, no. There's a
That's
spoon.
not the one. I think this is going to be cool. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to break this.
You do that.
Just look at this.
So remind me, buffalo mozzarella versus like any other mozzarella? What is the difference
Well,
here?
this is fresh and it's creamy. It's in the fridge. Whereas, well, it's both in the fridge, but the other one is obviously not. Yeah,
I think
this
I need
is
to
more melty. Look at the inside of this, though.
Yum! That looks
Yeah,
fantastic. Okay, let me grab one of these.
We should have just picked
We
this up
made
and
it.
poured
I
over.
know, but the pan is hot. You know what? This is
much
this is
mess.
reality. This is us in the kitchen every day. We've got to figure out solutions, and we've got to be resourceful, which is exactly what we've just done. All right, so that looks good.
I'm just gonna put that over.
Wow.
You can drizzle with olive oil, and then you're done.
And that
easy
looks
was
so
that?
ready to serve up and enjoy for whoever needs to eat that.
Move that out of the way.
Oh wait, what about our basil leaves? Can I add that to
yes,
the top?
on top, of course.
Okay. So tell me how Woolies has made it really convenient for us to just, you know, save time in the kitchen and make sure we get delicious meals.
Exactly like this. They have everything available. Whether it's your pasta, your sauces, your toppings, everything is available. And it's inspired by Italy. They have authentic Italian ingredients as well.
Amazing.
So you don't actually have an excuse. Come on.
We want to eat like the
We wanna
Italians
eat.
in South Africa, and I think that's exactly what we're accessing today. That looks fantastic. Well done, Fatima. I'm even going to put it a bit forward so we can let that shine. And then we've got a second pasta.
This is one of my favorites, which is why we had to make this one.
Thank you.
It
And
is-
you remind me again, that's not gnocchi, that is chicken fricadelles.
Chicken fricadelles,
Okay.
yeah. And I was actually just saying earlier, Woolworths also has one with cheese inside.
Ooh,
so good. So you open up and there's like a
dangerous.
block of cheddar cheese. Oh my gosh, but we're not
Yum.
using that today.
Okay.
So we have spaghetti that's already been boiled, quick sticks. We're gonna add some, you know, my favorite thing, right? Basil pesto.
I think there's a theme here throughout with the
There is a
basil.
theme.
I love basil as well.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. It smells.
Oh my gosh, so fresh.
It's a rule that you have to smell it. You can smell the garlic
you have
in
to.
there, the oil, and of course the basil doing its thing.
So we're just gonna do about 3 or 4 tablespoons. It depends on how much you want. Add the whole tub if you want. No
I'm
one's
not mad at
judging.
that. I'm not.
Exactly. Just gonna give it a little mix around.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna add in my fricadelles. I always have this in my fridge, by the way.
Okay, protein's important.
It's the best, yeah.
And also, these are nice like snack ideas. You could grab those fricadelles and just have them on the go.
Exactly, put them in a wrap. But today we
have it in a pasta.
This pasta.
Why not? I love the idea of this.
Look at how quick and easy that is, and the colors.
Wow, vibrant
Unreal, yeah.
and beautiful.
Okay.
Also, this is healthy because it's green.
You can play this one again.
I'm gonna play this.
Do it. Do
I've
it.
been
Let's see.
watching a lot of food TV.
Oh yeah.
And then they do this.
Let's see.
And they twist it.
Mm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know?
You need it a little bit more, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
You go for the second one. You gotta try
you're
things in
putting
the
me on the
kitchen,
spot
man.
here.
Sometimes they work out.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So let's see.
Ooh. Nice.
Somewhat. We're gonna add our fricadelles over the top.
And that also has got the basil all over it, surrounded by the goodness.
It is
Fatima, you've done it again.
delicious.
Okay, do I give you the credit or Woolworths now? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
They've done all the hard work. We just made it look pretty, honestly.
We did. And this is really convenient, easy. It comes together in such a jiffy. And there you have 2 delicious meals for pasta nights. Is every night pasta night is my question.
I mean, why not?
That's what
There's
I'm
so
saying.
many different ones, so you
Yeah.
actually don't have an excuse.
Oh
really,
my gosh,
you
that's
don't.
beautiful. Which one is your favorite out of the 2? I think
This
I
one.
thought you
This
would
one.
say that.
Yeah.
2 amazing pastas coming together in absolutely no time. I mean, we should have a taste test as well to let you know, but expressoshow.com is where you find both of these recipes, and make sure that you head to your nearest Woolworths to get all the ingredients, and by that I mean 4 ingredients, to make an absolutely delicious recipe. That QR code is on your screen right now, bottom right. Whip out the phone, go to your camera, scan it over our TV right now, and make sure that you head to our website. It will take you exactly to our recipes so that you can cook along with us. I think we should taste it.
I think so too.
I
Do I have
know.
forks?
I've actually been
Yeah.
teasing the whole time, and now it's time. Did I just knock you out? I'm so
Almost,
sorry.
almost. You know, I love with this one, you can put some parmesan on top.
Oh, parmesan.
Delicious.
Okay.
Absolutely
You
delicious.
taste your favorite, and I'll taste the one that just looks incredible. Little bit of the mozzarella and some whole wheat pasta.
Oh my gosh.
Mmm. Yum. Cooked perfectly al dente. Not made for eating on camera, but that's okay. It's comfort food for a reason. Make sure that you get these going. Expressoshow.com is how you access the deliciousness. Okay, second bite.
Do it. Do you like it?
Oh man, this is kind of a torture. I can smell it, I can see it, I can't taste it. Now I'm going to sink my teeth in just a moment, and then of course we're going to sink our teeth into new music. Zulu is going to be dropping in just a moment, and then Sipe and Babalele are back. The awesome, most stylish, I'm going to say undoubtedly design duo from the last season of My Design Rules are back to give us a little inspiration for the new season coming up. Stick around. Please, I've got to have some of this pasta, please.
You got a fork. Yeah. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Time to get inspired to design. Calling all designers because our favorite design reality show, My Design Rules, is back for season 2. And this is your time to enter. Begin your design journey with Buco. Oh, and unlock an incredible new phase of your career. So 3 talented design duos will transform 3 4-bedroom white box houses in the incredible Paul Valley lifestyle estate and farm in Paul. That's obviously in the Western Cape. And now each duo will bring their unique style and expertise to the table as they transform these empty buildings into luxury designer homes. And of course, the winning duo will claim a grand prize of 400,000 Rand. And here with us today are the brothers from season 1, Bapalele Nkasana and Sipe Nkasana.
Yes,
guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
I mean, does it bring you terror to step back into the TV space? You guys were put through the most.
Yeah.
Season 1 of My Design Rules was incredible, man. How are you guys post the season? Fill us in. What's been happening in your life, man?
It's been exciting times.
Yeah.
Just trying to find our way. Not really find our way, but like just getting back to the groove.
What's next? Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the industry's been very welcoming after the show,
Brilliant.
which has been good. Reception from viewers, reception from other people that are looking forward to getting our service.
Yeah.
Which has been amazing.
It's been really nice, like building like a community, of people that really believe in us and that really like stepped in and like were part and like just involved with the whole process.
But we spoke about the strategic network that you get plugged to, and obviously everyone wants to win, and with 400,000 Rand in the offing for this one, and 100,000 for the viewers' favourite as well.
Yes,
so it's 500,000 up for grabs if you think about it. That's incredible. What were the biggest lessons learnt? Because you guys were in the fire. I mean, there were some terrifying moments because it's a building site.
Yeah.
It's unforgiving. It's hectic. What did you learn through season 1, man?
I think what I caught the most out of season 1 is like how to pivot. Like how to pivot in the move. You plan, but then at the same time, you need to know how to pivot. Because I mean, if you're designing a kitchen within a week or have to do things within a week and you have to...
It doesn't normally happen within a week.
No, not at all. So it doesn't work like that. In reality, you plan prior and then you get things done, put measures in place. So having to pivot, not getting things that you really want for the space, for the price that you want it for, and having to wait in lead times, that's a whole different ballgame.
And also like with, the cameras and...
Diary moments.
And all the in-between the strips.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting, but, there's a lot of emotional intelligence that you learn out of that.
Exactly.
Dealing with a lot of pressure was also just like something a bit new because everyone's watching every step. Sometimes you can make mistakes and cover them up,
but I'm so
it was
glad.
just all in the line.
But because when you're in the real world, if you make a mistake, it's going to cost someone 50 grand. It's going to cost someone 100 grand, half a million rand, because you're playing with big budgets.
Exactly.
Clearly, the style is still on point. So thank you so much for maintaining the brand relevance.
Come on now.
And this is a part of your brand and your identity.
For sure.
And it plays out in your design sensibilities, how you approach it. How would you describe the design that you're selling to the world now? What can people plug into creatively when they work with you guys?
It ventures with different clients. We really try and communicate people's ideas or like brand identities into like spaces, but we always just have, a touch of that, I don't know, like Afrofuturism, if I may call it.
Like that.
I feel like it's really like it's time for Africa to the world.
To embrace itself,
so always bring a bit of culture, a bit of warmth, and just always take from home because like that's the most authentic thing, like that we feel, but in a very global way,
Well, and it's so hot right now.
Exactly.
So there is a reason why this has become, it's not just a novelty. The world is looking at it because it's fresh and it's new and there is a blank slate. And if you look at like the young entrepreneurs, you've got youngsters designing, creating homeware, doing things that weren't on the table a couple of years ago. But it's because young designers are going out there and putting themselves on the mountaintop. We've got a mountaintop right here. But of course, we're not building on a mountain. We're building in a beautiful Valais lifestyle farm and estate. White box house, again a blank slate. What
Sounds
advice?
so exciting.
I know, and you guys obviously with the Art Deco route, you had quite an interesting prospect. This is slightly different.
Okay.
So approaching this kind of project, you know what it feels like to stare at that empty blank space. What advice do you have for the duos tackling this year?
I mean, dream. That's the only thing that I can say. Dream, push yourself. Because you get like to experience something like this like once in a while.
Yeah,
like maybe like once in a lifetime. You get to make a stamp for yourself. You get to like assess your value in the market. In the industry as well. Like position yourself quite well.
Because it's real.
Because it's real.
No, definitely have a game plan. Like have like a strategy like on building your brand and really like put those things together. I think that's what we really did well. We really were speaking to our audience. We're creating a platform for ourselves after that, and it's worked amazingly because people can see what you guys have done and they'll be watching every step, and like just be confident, in yourselves and what you have to show the world because every story is unique.
And that spreads across all industries. And I love that. I love the fact that you have embraced this as the gateway that it is. Kick that door down, put your hand up, scream it from the rooftops, whatever, but this is your chance to do it.
Exactly.
So that being said, why? Why must designers, anyone who is inspired in the same way that you guys are by creativity, why should they enter?
It's an interesting challenge. The brief is very interesting itself. So to tackle something that you haven't really done, we are very competitive by nature.
Oh, we didn't pick that up at all during season one, not at all.
Competitive. And design is a sport. That's the thing. So you get to assess who else is in the industry. You get to push yourself to be exactly who you want to be.
Keep your friends close
and
your enemies even closer. I like that.
It's really a great space to just stamp your foot into that opportunity and just have fun.
For sure.
Really have fun.
Find yourself on national TV, selling yourself, selling your company. That being said, where can people connect with you guys, with Sipe and Papalele, if they want your design magic in their space?
Cool. So you can find us on Instagram, on Interior Architects, and then you can either contact us on our individual
platforms.
Yes.
Cool. No solo projects, eh?
No.
You're a duo for life, man.
No.
We love what you guys represented throughout the competition. You gave us, great design, but also great TV. So thank you so much. I'm hoping there's going to be a duo that ticks as many boxes as these gents have. Thank you so much to Babalela and Sipe for joining us. Unbelievable story from these amazing brothers. And if you think you've got what it takes to follow in their footsteps on season 2 of My Design Rules, begin with Buco. Go to mydesignrules.tv right now. You can enter to be one of the 3 design duos. The entries close on the 10th of August. We're going to get a lot, so make your entry amazing and good luck. I'm not going to wish you guys good luck anymore because your futures are now firmly in their hands. This is what this show can do. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Calling all design dreamers. Do you think you've got what it takes to turn this into this?
My Design Rules, South Africa's hit interior design reality show, is back. It's bigger than ever, with R500,000 rand in prizes up for grabs.
3 talented design duos will transform 3 4-bedroom white box houses in the stunning Paul Valley lifestyle estate and farm, right here in the beautiful Cape Winelands. We are calling on up-and-coming design duos from across South Africa. And whether you're friends, family, partners or colleagues, we want to hear from you. To enter, you have to be 25 years or older, have at least 2 years of practical experience, and at least one of the members in the duo needs to have a qualification in architecture, interior design, or a related field.
Visit mydesignrules.tv. Entries close 10th of August. T's and C's apply.
Oh, that deadline is definitely looming. 10 August is just around the corner, so make sure that you head over to the website, mydesignrules.tv, and get to entering ASAP. For now, though, it's just gone a minute after 8 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines. Where a new state-of-the-art licensing center has opened at Protea Glen Mall in Soweto, bringing services closer to the underserved communities. Now, the Gauteng government says the center is part of efforts to modernize and streamline service delivery in townships, informal settlements, as well as hostels. MEC for Transport, Keribone Diale Tlabela, says the initiative aims to ease congestion at traditional licensing offices while improving accessibility and professionalism. The smart facility also prioritizes community engagement and efficiency in delivering vital regulatory services. In other national news, South Africa's annual consumer inflation ticked up to 3% in June from 2.8% in May, driven by rising food, housing and beverage prices. Now, Stats SA says food price inflation hit 4.7%, its highest level in 16 months. Elevated prices for meat, vegetables and beverages were notable contributors. Agricultural economists attribute the sharp rise in meat prices to outbreaks of animal diseases. Despite the increase, inflation remains within the Reserve Bank's target range, with analysts expecting a possible 25 basis point rate cut next week. Now let's take a look at your international news making headlines, where Sudan's civil war has shifted focus to the oil-rich Kordofan region, where fierce fighting between the army and the Rapid Support Forces has intensified. Now, hundreds of civilians were killed this month in renewed clashes. The region's strategic importance also impacts landlocked South Sudan, which relies on Kordofan pipelines for oil exports. Now, the conflict, which began in 2023, has so far killed about 150,000 people and displaced 12 million. The power struggle between Army Chief General Burhan and RSF's General Dagalo continues to fuel the violence. Meanwhile, more than 100 international aid agencies and human rights groups, including Oxfam, Save the Children and Doctors Without Borders, have raised alarm over mass starvation in Gaza. In a joint statement, they criticized the drastically limited humanitarian access, averaging just 28 aid trucks a day, far below the 600 trucks the UN says are needed. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry reports 33 starvation deaths in 48 hours and over 1,000 people killed since late May while attempting to access desperately needed aid. And closing off your 8 o'clock news here, where Ozzy Osbourne gave the world one last gift and it was louder, larger, and more generous than anyone imagined. Now, what you're wondering it is the world record that he has broken. Just weeks before his passing on Tuesday, the rock legend raised a staggering 3.3 billion rand for charity with his final concert, making it the highest-grossing benefit show in history. Now, according to Billboard, it surpassed the totals from iconic benefit concerts like George Harrison and Ravi Shankar's concert for Bangladesh back in 1971, as well as Sir Bob Geldof's Live Aid in 1985. That marked a new milestone for charitable music events going forward. While his voice is now silent, his final act still roars on, a parting gift from the Prince of Darkness that lit up the entire world. We thank Ozzy Osbourne for his contribution and legacy that will definitely last for decades to come. That is where we leave your 8 o'clock news. Let's get into some sporting highlights for the final time with Gray.
Thank you so much. Now, this might not be quite a passing of the guard, but some new blood coming in. Let's focus on Rassie Erasmus, who's named a 37-man Springbok squad stacked with 24 World Cup winners. And that's for their all-important rugby championship clashes up against Australia. So notable omissions include Faf de Klerk and Makazole Mapimpi. I'm sure they're not out of the fold, but this clearly, as Erasmus balances experience with the host of emerging talent. So we've got junior box stars Batobele Tlekani, Cheswell Jooste and Hashim Peed also training with the group in a move to fast-track South Africa's incredible next generation of rugby talent. Now we head a little further afield as India closed day one of their fourth test against England 264-4 at Old Trafford yesterday, but they did suffer a major blow as Rishabh Pant retired hurt after scoring just 37, and he's been a run-scoring machine for them. So Ben Stokes led England's attack with 2 for 47, while debutant Liam Dawson, he also struck in his comeback. Now India trailing 2-1 in the series. They must win in Manchester to keep it alive. Now we get into tennis and a name that we haven't said in quite some time. Venus Williams made a winning return to singles tennis, beating Peyton Stearns 6-3, 6-4 at the DC Open. That was after 16 months out of the fold. The 45-year-old sealed her 819th career win. Incredible. Became the oldest WTA match winner since 2004. Now, of course, Naomi Osaka, Emma Raducanu, who's in incredible form, also advanced, setting up a much-anticipated second-round showdown. Now, the showdowns are coming thick and fast in the Tour. Let's head there now as Jonathan Milan claimed his second win of the Tour de France in a sadly crash-marred sprint finish to stage 17. So a massive pile-up in wet conditions did disrupt the peloton, but Milan emerged from a 10-man dash to take the victory for the stage. Then our yellow jersey holder, Tadej Pogacar, he finished safely to retain the jersey. So today brings a brutal mountain stage featuring the feared Col della Lotse. And go and have a look. It's spelt D-E-L-A Lotse with a Z-E, and see how many scalps this one has claimed. It's going to be an exciting day in the Tour, but that's where we leave our sport for now. I think the weather is starting to play games outside. Let's get the latest.
Well, in environmental news this morning, it's that the world's highest court has declared states are legally obliged to combat climate change, calling inaction a, quote, wrongful act that could lead to reparations. Now, the International Court of Justice's ruling, though advisory, carries significant legal weight and could transform global climate litigation. The decision follows a UN request to clarify obligations around emissions and harm to vulnerable nations. Meanwhile, a yellow level 2 warning is in place for KwaZulu-Natal's north coast as disruptive rain threatens flooding, road accidents and hazardous driving conditions on dirt roads. And that all brings us to the final sunrise view of the hour for this Thursday. And Fancy Nancy, our family out in Pennington, KZN, has sent through this breathtaking morning views. I mean, come on. She always knows exactly what to do, understands the assignment, and then passes with flying colors. Fancy Nancy, we love you, and thank you for thinking about us. In fact, I think there's a better view coming after this one. Could we get any better? Yes, we could, because there's a beautiful image of Fancy Nancy herself. Thank you so much for getting in touch, Nancy. We see you, we appreciate you, and we really love that you share your mornings with us. 23 degrees is what you can expect on your side of town. And also remember to share your morning views with us. Friday has to end with a bang, so make sure you get those pictures through as we send you into your temperatures for today.
I love it. You're going to love it in TV land. Thanks, Fancy Nancy, by
Yeah,
the way, for that
Fancy
beautiful
Nancy.
picture. Be like Fancy Nancy and send in your sunrise picture. We'd love to see it. But it's so funny in TV land. As soon as it starts raining anyway, you can check everyone. Oh, there's Fancy Nancy. Looking
Hi,
very fancy
Nancy.
on a fancy boat. Please, we need a ticket to ride along next time, please. That looks gorgeous. Hey, winter for what?
For who?
And I love how all the cameramen in here are looking at the weather. Like, are we shooting today? Can we shoot today? I'm going to take my pups out and I'm going to film regardless of the weather. But you could have the best day ever, in fact, regardless of the weather.
If you are feeling lucky, let me tell you, the payday could be knocking when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 580,000 Rand. That's the jackpot today. It's crazy. To buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app. There is cell phone banking. So many options. And then, of course, you have the USSD that you can dial *120 *7529# to access.
And I know you've already got one eye on your phone or your device because our social media team is just so amazing. But while you're there, you can check out all of those details as well on how you can get your entry in. Panda, push or play your Daily Lotto for an estimated 580,000 Rand in the jackpot.
Beautiful.
Good luck.
Beautiful stuff. We don't even need luck, actually, when we look at what's still coming on the show today. When it comes to new frames, I don't know about you, but I'm a sunglasses girly. Whether it's winter, whether it's summer, whether it's outdoors, if we're in the club, sunglasses.
Driving? While you're driving?
Driving sometimes is a bit distracting because then I can't hear the road.
For other people driving past you. Wow. You know, the rubbernecking. And then, of course, Zulu is going to be landing live. We're going to get a live performance in just a moment. You can start warming up. DJ Subza and Ze Makeba. They're going to perform their incredible new collaboration that is taking South Africa, and I have a feeling, the social media waves by storm in no time at all. So we'll get that Klein Vrydag truly started after this.
Get your glasses ready.
creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacob's 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on S3. And I asked for pronto, a copy to be made, and here it is in my hands. Sometimes on a Klein Vrydag, you know, things get a little bit lit, and we need to revitalize our souls with a sip of something good, and also hear something good. So we're going to head over to the Jozi streets to find out a little bit more about that latest single called Zulu.
Thank you, my beautiful Carissa. And oh my goodness, Mzansi, we've been having such a good time. And I hope you're ready for it to elevate. Do you know why it's elevating? It is because we've got none other than the absolute superstars that have brought us the song Zulu. I am talking about DJ Sabza, Pianola, as well as none other than Umakeba, Uzemakeba, that is. Everybody, let's give them a feel-good welcome to the stage for the first time.
What's up? She. Yo, sorry, me all. Where she don't know my susa, que goes in mele. She, I'm la nausa suta, I think it's Maunga Susa, que gozimele. Ayo, she la nauza suta, ati chele. Asam, oh, binangi tizwa ya kwazulu. Asam, asam, binangi zalwana mabuto. Good morning in Mzansi. Asamba zambe, yo. Yeah. Azange babu, yeah. Banigi, oh. Azange babu, yeah. Azange babu, yeah, oh. Azame, papelele maweni, oh. She, lalela man, agitimina, azange babu, yeah. Azame, she, I say 1, 2, 3, oh manga, wele la peshea, Ungava, mama wele la peshea,
were talking about when we said it would be worth it for you to stick around, beautiful family. And this right now is just a little bit of a taste of what's coming up a little bit later on. So trust me, you're in for deliciousness. But speaking of which, there are still such good things on the way. We're talking about how you, my friend, can own your moment with those new frames you never knew you needed. What does that mean? We're going to be explaining it a little bit later on. And then we're also going to be jumping on into a little bit of how you can own tranquility in your home. Don't go anywhere. It's all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll see you after this short break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, your beauties. Thank you so much for joining us for what has been a beautiful show. There's been energy, there's been great food. We've been enriched and inspired.
Can we put on some sunglasses now?
Oh, we can always look a little cooler. Now, after Sipa and Bapalele visited us, I think we all need to look cooler. So let's dive right in. 12 trendsetters, one iconic cover. It's going to be special and enough style to light up the whole of Sandton.
Oh my gosh, I've been seeing it all over my socials, and our girl Kotle hit the scene with Sunglass Hut and GQ to celebrate the faces and the frames of their Own Your Moment campaign. You're going to see some of your favorites here as well, so let's take a look.
Some moments demand more than just presence. They demand confidence, charisma, and serious style. Today, we're here to celebrate those moments with the people who make them at Sunglass Hut in Sandton City for the big reveal of their GQ Own Your Moment campaign cover. Can you please walk us through the inspiration behind this incredible campaign?
You know, when you wear sunglasses, it gives you that spark and that presence. And so we came up with the concept of Own Your Moment because it's a no-brainer. It talks about showing up, being seen, showing the best side of yourself. And so it just perfectly encapsulates what we want to try and do with Sunglass Hut and all the beautiful brands that we have on showcase.
Why do you believe this partnership with GQ is the perfect one to share the story?
GQ, they are fashion, we are in the fashion game. They put sexy out and fashionable, so it just felt like a perfect fit for us to do this together.
We're here to do something amazing. We're doing the unveiling of the cover of the GQ magazine, the July edition.
I think all of the cover stars that we have that you will see just now are people who are visionaries in all their work and who are dreamers who dream and make their dreams come true.
3, 2, 1.
This is our first ever 3 gatefold cover. So you literally open it 3 times. It's celebrating the Own Your Moment campaign with Sunglass Hut. So it speaks to collaboration. We are within the culture. Print is still here and GQ is doing the things.
You have owned your moment for years, giving us beautiful music, beautiful writing. How would you describe the most defining moment in your career thus far? Does this represent that?
This does. I feel like sometimes you don't really see yourself the way others see you. Thank you for seeing me like this. I'm very honored. I'm very speechless. I'm so sorry.
I can say it's never been on my vision board to be on the cover of GQ, but look at God.
Won't he do it?
Absolutely. And I think it's very interesting to hang out with people like that, one shoot, because it rubs off on you. People are like-minded. So that was a great thing. I must just say what I will remember from the shoot is a youngster arrived and needed a shirt, and the only shirt that was a perfect fit was mine. I've not washed that shirt yet.
Being on the cover of GQ with the cool kids, you know, being one of the 12, for me to be a part of something like this, I mean, these are magazines and publications we grew up knowing about reading, so to be a part of it on this scale, just to have your face featured, it's a blessing for me.
When we go about really sourcing the guys we want to work with, the ambassadors, there's basically two criteria. Obviously the sense of style. Everybody's got their own sense of style. And then more importantly, what are their talent? What are their craft? Because the stories that they then tell is so much more interesting. And now with the combination of this magazine cover, the people also get the opportunity to really read and understand what the background of these guys are and what makes them so special. Why are they dreamers? Why are they visionaries?
The only question I asked before we got into this cover was, who's on the cover with me? Who am I teaming up with? Who is the ensemble? And when I saw the names, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Because I believe in each and every one of these individuals' journeys. I believe in their individuality. I believe in their boldness. When I watch them, I'm like, yeah, that's that real stuff.
For me, it's exciting. When I look at all my cover stars, or the people I'm on the cover with, I'm like, what? You deem me worthy to be with these people? So it's such a great honor, and I'm super excited, and it looks beautiful.
So I think fashion, sunglasses, accessories really show up your personal style. One, they sometimes hide sagging eyes, but they're also fashionable. You can wear a really good suit. With these, they can look different. I could wear clear specs, it'll look totally different as well.
The minute you put it on indoors in a mall and people walk past you, they turn around and go, you must be someone. It's the only way people ask me for autographs. Sometimes they don't even know who I am, but if you're wearing your shades, you must be someone. So it can take you far.
I love to always have the first song with the shades on, and the second song I always take it off, and everyone's like, ah! So it's always just a nice performative moment for me. Love Sunnies.
I'm blessed enough to have a face that actually suits a lot of different frames. Initially, I used to think a frame like this wouldn't suit me. I used to go for like the bigger aviator type style, but I've noticed that I can pretty much rock anything.
You know, I do think the Pradas have been dominating. I'm going to give it up to my man, Rick, for that one. He really brought it out with a nice photo shoot. And that photo for me is like very iconic and eternal as well.
If my glasses could talk, they would absolutely express something classic, a touch of vintage, a touch of not keeping with the trends, which is ultimately classic.
From bold statements to timeless style, these aren't just sunglasses, they're a celebration of individuality. Whether you're strutting into a shoot or going about your day, do it with confidence, do it with edge, and own your moment.
Oh, absolute cream of the crop. I love it. There are so many people that I've had a front row seat to watching their careers evolve. Mark, I'm so glad you're getting your flowers, my brother. You have done so much for people around you. Tups as well. Everyone there feeds the circle around them. So let's give back. I love that, man.
I'm here for it. Now it's your turn to own your moment. Sunglass Hut are giving 3 lucky viewers the chance to each win an exclusive pair of stylish Sunglass Hut shades as seen in the latest GQ magazine. How do they get their hands on it, Craig?
You can start dreaming and quite easily reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages right now. And tell us this, owning your moment can mean different things for different people. What does it mean for you? Don't forget that all-important hashtag Own Your Moment to qualify. Competition closes midday on Monday, the 28th of July. That's coming. We're going to get an insane amount of entries for this one. I can see it already, so make yours good, and you can find the T's and C's, expressoshow.com.
Now, the beautiful thing on Expresso is that we get the best of both worlds, my friend. You got a little sneak peek into what exactly this beautiful celebration was like for owning your moment with Sunglass Hut. Well, now we get to sit down with two people who know all about Sunglass Hut because they live the brand, okay? They say that fashion fades, but style is forever. And right now, I'm talking about two people that we get to sit down with that were actually also part of the beautiful cover that you got to see not too long ago. Yes, the GQ cover that Sunglass Hut brought together incredible powerhouses to say you are doing incredible, you're owning your moment, and this is why today we get to own the moment with none other than creative powerhouse Jermaine Taylor, as well as the gorgeous actress. It is none other than Kanya Mkangi. So let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Hello, beautiful humans.
Hello, Zanele.
How are you guys?
Thank you.
That's good. The glasses, guys. Even me, I want.
Listen, we have stuff.
I can see. Jermaine, I'm going to start with you because you're somebody who's known for just taking creativity and blending it together with authenticity and really just bringing people such lovely things on social media and beyond. Talk to me a little bit just, in terms of you and owning your moment. What does that mean to you exactly?
Owning your moment means ownership of yourself, your creativity, and IP. So that's why I'm so grateful to be part of this, cover.
Yes.
Because it's a combination of all of us, our individuality, and how we come together and collaborate for something so special.
And it really is special, guys. That cover, eating. Absolutely eating. Obsessed. And this is why then I need to ask you, because of course we're talking about sunglasses particularly. I mean, you're someone who's always pushing the boundary when it comes to fashion. Why are sunglasses so important when it comes to my outfit of the day?
Because it's a statement piece on its own. And if you're wearing something as simple as I am, denim, it elevates a look.
Yes.
So that's why I love it. And I wear sunglasses. I have sunglasses for every time of the day. I have sunglasses for when I'm driving. In the dark for my lenses, so that's why I'm just, it's a statement piece, and I think everyone should own one because it just elevates any outfit, and it also brings some sort of confidence in you.
Definitely.
Sana, you guys are ultimate ambassadors. I'm going to go buy glasses for driving.
Listen, Nikki,
yeah.
nighttime, daytime, any occasion.
I love it. But Kanya, you're somebody who's always glowing, whether it's on screen, whether it's off screen. You are a glower, babe, and this is why we need to know, just in terms of fashion and accessories. Talk to us a little bit about what it is that sunglasses do to really bring out the different sides of a Kanya Mkangisa.
Well, what don't they do? I'll give you an example now. Let me take these off.
Oh, I love that.
Boring and a little, but these take it up a notch. So it also just depends on my mood, what look I'm going for. If I do want to look a little cutie, I don't know if you saw my look that I had at the reveal party.
Yes.
I was wearing a very big croc coat, so I wanted to go a little cutie and demure, so I wore a very tiny oval frame. But if I do feel like my outfit, like today I am in black, so I want to elevate it, I will go for a more bold frame.
Like those babies.
Yeah. So I think with any frame that you pick, it can really tell a story.
I love that. And you said you take the gloves off and boring, get out of here. You're Kanya Mkangisa, get out of here.
But you will admit, these definitely do add to the outfit.
100%, Mama, 100%. And this is why I said, even before we went on, I was like, guys, the glasses. Delicious. But I mean, Kanya, you're somebody where you always have to be stepping in front of a camera, stepping on a stage or whatever it may be. Confidence plays a very big part of owning your moment. So talk to us a little bit about, how does it really fit in terms of you and owning your moment and putting in a whole lot of confidence the way that you hope you can each and every time?
I mean, confidence is everything. And I feel like you have to find little corners and little pockets on how to bring about that confidence.
Yes.
Sometimes, like we said, it is wearing a statement frame. Just find it within you, own your moment, know what's going to up and elevate your confidence.
And when in your career did you start feeling like I can be unapologetically me?
So I think because I got a head start more than most people, and I started very young, I was able to get to learn and know myself better longer than most people. So I wouldn't say there was a specific moment, but I have been owning
my moment throughout.
And you really have, babe. I mean, just the careers you guys have built for yourselves, they speak for themselves, which is why you're on the cover of GQ with Sunglass Hut. Thank you very much. Exactly. But guys, just to round things up, you know, I feel like looking back at the campaign and the shoot, it was obviously really just something that was really special, like we said, but it was also a moment, and I'm really doing this moment. So please tell us, you know, what is that moment that kind of gave you goosebumps, just being there on the set and getting into this beautiful shoot?
It's just participating with all of these creatives and people who I've worked along the years, and you know, seeing people get their flowers on like such a big platform, which was so special to me, and also with Kanye herself, like watching her, you know, since she was like 15. Well, she's probably like 17 now.
I love that. I'll take it.
Right.
So it was such an iconic moment, and it's special. So I'm also grateful for Sunglass Hut and GQ.
I love that. Yes. Well, guys, I feel like you guys have done such a beautiful job at just really showing people what it is to own your moment. Like I said, you killed it on the cover, but you're continuing to kill it as Sunglass Hut ambassadors. And thank you. You guys are helping us see ourselves differently. Thank you. Thank you.
The future is bright, so you always need something.
That's right. Thank you. This is why I always wear my sunglasses inside as well. Thank you. Oh, man, listen, Zanzi, this is exactly what it's all about. It is owning your moment with Sunglass Hut. Of course, you saw the beautiful GQ cover, and you got to remember as well that it is also all about you owning this moment and hopefully being a winner. So I'm going to reiterate the amazing details that Carissa told you not too long ago. Listen properly, because 3 of you, yes, our lucky family, could possibly be owning your own exclusive pair of glasses from Sunglass Hut. And this is all you got to do. It's so easy, friend. All you got to do is head on over to social media, whether it's Facebook, IG, X, and tell us. Owning your moment can mean different things to different people. What does it mean to you? Don't forget to use the hashtag #OwnYourMoment in the comment section. And of course, you got to remember that the competition does close on Monday, the 28th of July. So go and enter now. Don't wait, because then you'll forget. Now it's awkward. Now you don't have delicious Sunglass Hut glasses. Get out of here. So, friend, don't forget as well, T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. However, all the best, and I'm crossing fingers for you. And don't forget to hashtag #OwnYourMoment with Sunglass Hut and GQ.
It's true, we do want you to own your moment, and we also want you to own your space, your feel-good space right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, which is why we're going to be talking about tranquility in your home. And of course, we brought in the beautiful Zan to take us through all of those details. Not only that, we get back into the kitchen to make some sushi. It's all about a delicious Avo sushi snack to make sure we're satiated and feeling good. That's what we're about. That's the MO, and we'll get into it straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We want you to reset your space and your senses to the next level. Now, with modern silhouettes and serene textures, Woolworth's latest bathroom collection turns your daily routine into just a calming ritual. It's going to be a beautiful moment, which is why we brought in architectural designer Zan Dumini to help us find modern tranquility in our bathrooms. We spend a lot of time in our bathrooms, Zan, don't we?
We really do.
Goodness.
Every day.
Every day. Hopefully a couple times a day too, you know, get your wash on, a PSA to all the people. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into your definition of modern tranquility. What does that look like to you?
I think modern tranquility really has something to do about style that is going to be lasting. And again, tranquility brought in through all the senses. We're trying to create calm spaces, Carissa. You know, in terms of bathrooms, which is what we're standing in front of today, I think they're more likely than not to be smaller spaces. So really small details can make a really big difference. And that's in a small space like that with beautiful details, that's what creates a tranquility and something that's modern and clean in a clean environment.
I love that you've mentioned details too, because I feel like textures, colors, this is where we pick it up. So what sort of things could we include? I'm seeing even bits of nature with the baskets.
I'm so happy that you brought texture up, because I think that's really where we need to layer. We spoke about layering last week.
We did.
And again, so I think like textures really bring in that authenticity. You're looking at beautiful stoneware, 100% cottons. All these beautiful layers is what's going to create the texture, and that's the authenticity, and that's the feeling, and that's the feeling of luxe. We said it last week. We want to layer things up. So in an example like this, I think we go all the way from scents that then become beautiful glass jars that you can store things in. I love it when a candle gives after it's burnt to the wick. You know what I mean? Like, we want to keep things that are going to last in our homes.
It's also sustainable to be able to do that, and we can justify a price if we're going to a store.
Exactly. You know, and this can be beautiful to hold brushes or earbuds, things like that. Beautiful cottons. I think if you invest in your towels, that's really something that's special to do. You never need to throw a towel away. You can just wash it again and you can donate it. So remember those cycling, that, you know, I think that's so important as well when we speak about these beautiful layered options. Baskets. I think baskets are so great in bathrooms. They, as we've said, I think you and I chatted about this just now, they hide a multitude of sins.
I'm telling you, and they look great. Nobody needs to know what's inside them.
It adds the warmth, it adds the textures. You know me, I love my neutral tones. I love that calming aesthetic that you're bringing in through earth tones. Sometimes it's hard to keep flowers and things like that in a bathroom, so we turn in small moments to faux plants.
I am a convert. Recently just been buying all of it, because who's got time to look after plants?
Absolutely.
And the ones available look just as good nowadays.
And you know, we've chatted about this before, but you can mix it with some real roses. So something like this that gives height, and you mix it on your counter with something that's real, add some water. Always remember to add the water, otherwise...
it gives it away. That's so good. How about the diffusers? I see a couple of smellies here too.
Diffusers are so beautiful. And you know, that scent, I think it's so great if you buy a few diffusers and then you create a home scent. So don't mix your diffusers up. Go to Woolworths, go wherever they're selling, and have a look at what scent really resonates with you and mix that around your home. Then your end floats in scent. So it's not just your bathroom, it's all over.
And it's a clean smell. That's the thing.
It's so beautiful.
This one in particular I absolutely love. This is the cashmere cotton.
We were just saying.
It just smells like fresh laundry.
We love cashmere, let's be honest.
We were made for this life.
I think it's so important, again, like we started in the beginning, just to realize that the smallest details make the biggest difference. So even if you go just to update your bathroom and you're looking at little items like this, you know, buy two and put them on either side of your basin. It's so hotel-like, it's so luxe. And that's the calming tranquility that we're talking about, that modern tranquility of clean lines, stone aesthetics, and all these different textures mixed together is what's creating, I think, the beauty and calmness and the realness that you're wanting to start your morning and end your day with.
And you're reminding me that we deserve luxe too, you know?
We definitely do.
When we go to hotels, if we have the privilege to do that, we go, oh my goodness, I wish this could be every day. And there are little ways that you can include that.
It really can.
Have a good bin, have a good toilet cleaner brush, have a good thing that you can squirt out your hand washing.
Absolutely, and keep your tones all together, just as they would do in a hotel. You know, I really think your home can be your hotel. It should be your hotel.
It should be.
I think it's so good to declutter, use storage an interesting way to hide the things that we need from day to day, but make it easily accessible, and then just give yourself a really beautiful overhaul of creating your home to be your hotel.
That's it, your home to your hotel. I also really love this basket, which has got a really lovely texture, but it's got a lid on it, so you really can hide all you need to hide in here.
Don't you think? And do you know what I think about a basket like that with that linen weave overlay is that it can actually be brought into your bedroom.
Oh, I love that.
So it's not, you know, your bathroom and its aesthetic can leak into your sleeping space.
So it kind of complements each other.
Absolutely. And if you think about what we spoke about last week with that beautiful bed and all those neutral cushions and things like that, you can see how this really can lead into that.
Oh my goodness.
And that's really the beauty of it. And that's where you're going to create your tranquility, because you're not going from one jarring space to the next.
Yes, I love how you brought that together, because I was going to say it brings peace, brings tranquility. You mentioned a lot of neutrals, which I love, but you also have some black additions at the bottom.
So I think it's so great to ground a space sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so when we look at floor coverings, when we're looking at shower towels in front of a shower, shower floor mats, it's great to not feel sorry for it. So at the end of the day, we are living.
Yes.
There might be a bit of
life is real.
Life is real. So I love that this creates depth and it just it's a bit more robust. You don't have to feel so sorry for it. So remember to also think practically. You know, we all living lives. We all have kids. And so I think those kind of nuances are really important too. Your home is your hotel. Your hotel is your home.
We're trying to keep it that way too.
Exactly. It's so important. And that's why even mixing towels. You know, in my bathrooms, my kids' towels are all dark. Because they're just dealing with face paints and all sorts of things.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. And but when you mix them together, it still is a unanimous, beautiful feeling. So I think that's important to know.
Oh my goodness. I think even adding like these rolled towels in a basket really
100%.
adds that, you know?
Exactly. Before a guest comes, just quickly roll your towel. We live like this.
Come on. Son, I love that. Thank you so much for bringing this all together. And yes, modern tranquility is the order of the day. It's about calmness, peace, and mental clarity, most importantly. So reset your space and your senses with Woolworths Home. And you can, of course, shop that in-store, online, and on the app. Happy shopping.
Welcome back to the kitchen one last time for something truly spectacular. This is delicious, it's healthy, and it's amazing. Why? Because we're going to add an avo. I love my avos, whether they're dark skin, green skin, they're amazing. Absolute gold. And they are go-to for turning the everyday into something extraordinary. Today we are learning and teaching ourselves self-care. Good fats, because we need them. Full flavor. An avo sushi snack is ticking every box. It feels like a treat, but it's healthy. Okay, so we've got some shellfish here, so we're going to swap places because
every day they're
first world
testing you,
problems,
man.
I'm allergic to shellfish, okay? But luckily we've got two working stations, and these are absolutely beautiful. And of course we are hearing our gorgeous avo.
I love an avo. I love an avocado.
I know, we try to steer clear from bruises and things like that, which are perfectly natural. So don't throw an avo away if it's got a bruise. But I've got to say, that looks about the most perfect avo I've ever seen.
Wow.
So we're going to make little sushi snacks here, my friend. Oh, nice. For the gram.
Yeah, for the gram. You already know.
So I'm on the rice station. So
Okay.
we've got our sushi rice. But to be honest, you can use any rice, man. If you like a particular consistency, it must just be a little bit wetter. So that you can,
mush it down
you can kind
on
of
the
shape it. We're not going to be rolling our sushi, so don't be scared.
thank
don't be
goodness.
intimidated. We're creating beautiful little sushi snacks.
Beautiful.
And I think you can actually do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like you have a center station and people can create their own little stacks.
That's
I
cute.
like that.
Okay, so like build your burger, but build your sushi.
100 cement.
I'm
I like it.
here.
Okay, so we've got a little stack of rice.
Nice.
I have double sanitized my hands just so I can get these into
Good,
kind of
because I'm the one that's going to
Whoops.
be tasting that, great.
Okay, manageable little piles. That will then house our delicious toppings. Of course, we've got some shelled scampi, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, we do, and that's been flavored and grilled up a little bit. We also have some spring onion, ginger, soy sauce, and of course sesame seeds.
Yeah,
But then we've got some
toasted.
delicious sauce as well. And then I've got some avocado, like Ray said. The most beautiful looking avocado you've ever seen in your life. And for me, avocados are definitely a go-to everyday favorite. It's creamy, versatile, and available almost all year round, which is so good. You don't have to wait for the season. From green-skinned winter variety varieties to rich, nutty, dark-skinned avos. They're just naturally packed with so many monosaturated fats that support brain health, hormone balance, and mood regulation. So very, very good for these balanced meals and a snack.
It's knowing that it's so healthy and it's delicious does press a dopamine button for me. I think so. So it makes you happy on all levels. Okay. Now you can start mixing our beautiful
you mix it
scampi
together. Okay.
So we've got some sweet chili sauce, which I think is going to go beautiful. I think prawns and crayfish, shellfish do lean towards a sweeter kind of aftertaste.
The flesh
so that's
is very
looking
sweet.
lacquer.
We throw, no, that's for the topping.
Throw our spring onions in the end. We've got some soy sauce.
Soy sauce, a little bit of that.
We've got some toasted sesame seeds. And the toasting, I mean, they're great in any way, shape or form, but toasted is great.
Inside.
And then we've got some, put it in, man. It's pickled ginger. You can put it wherever. I quite like the idea of things being mixed together so you get full value for flavor with every bite.
Agreed.
Some people like an exploration to get a little bit of this and then a little bit more of that.
I love making a perfect bite.
But this for me is kind of, you've got the soy, you've got all the dipping stuff that we use.
The way, Graham, I'm so scared. I don't want the essence of it to touch you.
The essence of prawn. I'm going to swap sides so you can start building your stack. I've started to use avocado. I've been trying to push the boat out to see how many ways I can use it. And I think it started when we baked with an avo. And we used it to bring the mouthfeel, the creaminess. It binds beautifully. It's obviously got natural fiber in it, which is great. But it is so unbelievably healthy. There's a reason why we've been cultivating these for over 10,000 years.
Sure.
And it predates the wheel. So high in heart-healthy fats, obviously it's the right kind of energy. Avocados also offer the fiber, as I mentioned, vitamin K and biotin.
Nice.
And that helps to regulate our system, whether we're talking about cholesterol or our sodium levels. It helps to kind of just balance things out. Nourishing addition to any well-rounded diet. Most importantly, delicious.
It's so good.
Those look gorgeous.
I should have kept one for you so that you can have
my last meal, my final meal. I suppose if I ever got that opportunity, they were like, the last meal you're ever going to eat, I'll be like, I will have crayfish now. I'll have like lobster thermidor or something like that.
You have to go like all in.
I did that for my first meal out when I got my first big gig on TV and was obviously earning more than most 18, 19-year-olds were. And I took two of my own and Lorraine, two of my closest friends, out to the most expensive restaurant in Johannesburg, and we had lobster thermidor, and it was amazing.
This is the sauce for the top.
So we've got some Japanese mayo, which is just jumping out of there. Our beautiful avocado.
Maybe one.
You can make one super loaded, seeing as loaded is the theme of the day. That looks
nice.
No,
the colours are stunning.
And you see how much the avo adds, just a slice. So what's your mission today?
There we go.
Hashtag add an avo. And cook along. You can go to the Avo Association, South African Avo Growers Association, to get more inspiration like this. And of course, your nearest supermarket to get your hands on the green gold that is the avo. That's amazing, bro. Well done.
Definitely my type of meal.
Okay. Mayo Bay. I like that. Well done. Those are great.
Stressful.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Studio One. Last time, this is your day, and it could be your payday if you play your daily lotto. Why? Because 580,000 Rand is sitting in the jackpot. So go get those tickets in store when they open online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app, your own cell phone banking app, or just pick up your phone and dial star 120 star 7529 hash for USSD right now. And we'll keep those details up on our socials so you can push to play your daily lotto for 580,000 Rand today. Good luck. All right, I've been saying Klein Vrydag all day. Let's officially kickstart the party. Zanele, please.
Oh, I 100% have got you, my G. Right about now, Zanzi, you got to give it up. It is DJ Sabza along with Ze Makeba. And, of course, Pianola, where they've got Kabza de Small and Tuxin and a lot of other people on this beautiful song. It's called Umuti to close out the show.
Let's go. Good morning again, Mzansi. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Emekeba. Sawari biro, Asam. Aya. Whoa. 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 Yeah. Hey. Hey. Asam money. Oh, Asambe, I'm sebentissimo simena. Oh, she, oh, I, Batu Baba. Oh, Mina, I'm sebentissimo simena.
Another Feel Good production.